What's up, everybody? Welcome to Barz N Shotz, the podcast, episode 159. You got myself, 100. You got DJ Big J, and you got Jarrell. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening?
What's going on?
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Am I good? Nick, you hear us?
You already glitching a little bit on the screen on YouTube.
Okay.
I don't know why you should look like you in the Matrix right now.
Yeah.
Like you good on my end, you good on our end, like on my screen, but I'm looking at us on YouTube. This should look like a jigsaw puzzle over there.
I'll tell you guys, I'll say this though. For those that are watching, if the Floster goes out, I will return via cell phone device. You have my word.
You calling yourself the Floster is already
Floster.
Is already the title of the episode so far. You better say something else. Because if you don't say anything else clever, that is definitely the title of the episode this week. The Floster, nigga.
The cellular phone device. How are we? How is our mental health? Let me turn off my YouTube because I hurt myself. How we doing, fellas?
What's good, Jay? You go first. You ain't been here so often. I mean, you don't even look the same, brother.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Allergies kicking my ass, bitch. I'm about to throw in the towel. I'm chilling, man. Just trying to navigate through this wonderful thing called life. I actually, I guess you could say I finished or I withdrew from school.
Wait,
with enough credits.
Yeah,
hold on. Let me finish.
Two different things, brother.
Let me finish. So I withdrew from school thinking that I started. And like it was just like fuck, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be able, like I didn't get anything out of it, but I had enough credits to have my associate's degree. So I have my associates.
Nice.
And then I could return back to finish my bachelor's, but I did have enough credit. So that's why I said I withdrew, but I got a degree out of it. So
you could go back if you want to though, right?
Yeah, I could go back if I want to.
To get your bachelor's?
Yeah. So I have my associates. It's just honestly now just trying to figure out what the fuck to do with it. It's just figuring out just, I'm entry level now. So, so it's linking up with the studio, getting some studio time in. A lot of spots want you to have production and work from whether it's recordings or, beats and shit like that. So,
you still think about moving?
It's still on a plate. It's just wherever a job may take me. So obviously we don't have movie studios or big recording studios here.
Right. That's why I asked. Like you might need to either move down south or out west or something.
Right. So I mean, it depends on which direction I want to go into. Like there's recording studios in the area, but nothing like big where it's like. Yeah, we need audio engineer assistants because we're just that fucking busy.
Right.
There's pretty much everybody I know got their own studio. Shit, I had my own studio, but I left that.
Yeah, it's not like before when studios made all this money. I can't imagine if somebody had a big studio, how much money you actually making compared to back in the day.
I mean,
so think about what we're doing now. We would need a studio for this,
right?
10 years ago. But
so in-home studios, in this area, I know a lot of artists are just too lazy or they're not that serious with their music to go out and spend the bread to do it. I know a couple artists out here who actually started recording themselves. I guess it's like practice. So I know Oog goes live all the time at
Word.
his crib when he's recording. Um, I know my man Madge B. Yeah, he got his own setup as well. So it's just pretty much it's almost like having a home gym. Practicing, working
Right,
out,
right, right.
and then they'll go to another studio or either send that work off because that's what it really is now. It's just like, what am I going to spend all that money for hourly if I could just get my own setup
Right. But
and
that's a good
record?
comparison with the home gym because it actually, like you said, it could make you lazy if you had a studio in your crib.
It can, but it also gives you like it gives you that ability to create and record without wasting money.
True.
And you
Like you
get to
said,
try out,
practice, yeah.
yeah, you get to try out ideas. I know I get intimidated. I know it might sound like an excuse to some. I get intimidated when I go to a gym because, for one, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to
Right,
look stupid, and I
right,
don't
right,
want
right.
people looking at me like, "Look at this nigga, like your technique wrong." Not knowing that you have people in there that'll be like, "Nah, bro, like do it like this, do it like this." So if I
Right,
had a
right, right.
home gym, I'll be able to perfect those, techniques. So
I
now when
really
I
hate
go,
that people. I really hate that people think like that's not how the gym operates.
I
That shit
know,
in there like a goofball doing crazy, unnecessary things. That's what people laugh at. But nobody laughs at unexperienced or people going in to try. I'm telling you now. But that
like home.
is a thing, huh?
Did you see that video of that dude hanging, riding a bike in the middle of
I,
the
see,
air from the
I
ball?
seen that one.
I
I seen
saw that.
somebody.
What was the point of that, boy?
What was the point of it?
Nigga just show it
There's,
off.
there's
Like,
this one video of this guy who's sitting down, right, and he's trying to do the one arm joint. He's just cranking.
Yeah.
It's
seen
just
that
like,
too.
man,
What are you doing?
Yeah, people don't do
unless
that
you,
in real life. I'm sorry.
that's what I'm saying. You're not doing that. You're not going in there with a chain with a bench wrapped around your neck
Yeah.
trying to do pull up, okay? So you got nothing to worry about.
Yo, like unless you like some running back that get paid millions of dollars to go through the holes and run counters and powers and sweeps and stuff, you should not have a chain on your neck to lift nothing. That makes no sense. Unless you're a linebacker in the NFL or a running back or something. They don't even do stuff like that.
Right. So that's how the home studios are. So, but nah, people still charging 50 an hour, minimum 4 hour blocks. So it's 200 right there.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You feel me? But when you somewhere quad or somewhere is 150,
Right. Back in the
175,
day,
125.
back in the day, you had that. Yo, I tried to tell this to when me and Flaw and Ant had a show one time. It's a while back. Like like I was telling people that you almost had to be a drug dealer in order to make music
Right.
because they are the only ones with money. Like
Or
music,
backed by it.
right? Exactly. You either had to be backed by a street team or something like that, or you was part of the streets yourself. Because
And I'm
normal people
sorry.
did not have money for studio time.
And I'm sorry that could be the reason why hip hop is in the position that
State.
it's in.
Now,
The position, yeah, because anybody can do it now. Like you really
oh, you
had
mean
to.
as a bad thing?
It's a bad thing
Yes.
because anybody can just go in there and record and make anything and just throw something at a wall and hopes it sticks because that's
Yeah,
what we got.
yeah, but I don't think you should have to have money in order to, like, if you're an artist, you might think it's oversaturation, but if you're an artist and you can't get your art out because you don't have money, I think that's bad.
That's bad.
No, I'm
That's
saying
terrible.
the effort to actually get it out. If it's easier, it's not. You know that saying that if you don't work for it, you're not really going to appreciate it. If you
Right.
could just walk
Yeah,
into
yeah.
a studio and just record some music and go, this shit hot because your man's just telling you, and you're really not putting in the sleepless shifts to create that song or album that we're going to grow to love,
Mm-hmm.
and you're getting what you're getting. You're getting empty music to me. So
Yeah,
back then,
you're thinking from it as a consumer though. I'm thinking think of it as you're an artist. Think if
Here's
you're from the hood and you're not from the street and you don't have no money and you can't get none of those bars off.
well,
I,
because
I
back then, but hold on, Jay. I get what you're saying, but as a former artist myself,
Mm-hmm.
I know how passionate.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Speaking of a person that had those bars.
There was something about getting in the studio because it wasn't privileged to everyone. It was something about being in that booth that was tremendous because it wasn't privileged to
that.
everyone. I told my story before. Me and a bunch of my friends, we went to the studio. The owner name was Bo. We was amazed at all the bells and whistles that was in there. He
That's
said,
not necessarily a good thing, though, Flaw.
I know, because we could have got robbed. I told you that story.
Right.
Could have got robbed.
It's not
He
a
could have
good
had
thing
us
at
hide
all.
anything. But I'm just saying, he told us to go into the booth. It was like 10 of us, and we all fit in there. We was freestyling. It's just the feeling you get. Like, damn, next time I come back here, or if we come back here, I gotta have some shit because it's not guaranteed. I just think that it's just different to just.
I see what you mean. It's almost like what we was just talking about with the laziness factor. Like if you have your own home studio, yeah, you're just getting the booth and just being there all day, just spitting some bullshit if you wanted to.
Remember
the beautiful part about that is some of that bullshit comes out to be something magnificent.
Yep.
Because
exactly.
that bull. So like before, like what Flo was saying, like I was saying, the access to a studio, you had to be somebody.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? There's no more exclusive access. Anybody could go on YouTube and figure out how to set up Pro Tools or Logic and record and get vocals and then start charging their homeboys $20 an hour as they experiment and learn these things. These people don't have a passion for the recording of music. It's $1. So it's just like they're just recording any old body because they have to keep the lights on versus it being like, yo, I really want you to sound this way, so I'm going to do that. I know niggas that take artists in and hit record, let niggas record and say whatever the fuck they want.
Right. That makes sense.
Shit don't even be on beat, but engineer won't say shit.
And on the flip side, back in the day, say Flaw, if you went to that same studio, but you only had enough money to get 1 hour in, right? Think of what could have happened if you had enough money to get 2 hours in. Like the creativity that would have came out of that extra hour, you never know.
I feel you, but when we did, because those are real life situations. As a former artist, we talk about it. When you know you got an hour, then you know I cannot afford to not know my lyrics. You get what I'm saying? Like some of that studio time is you fucking up. Actually, the beat's late already, or you gonna mix it or switch it later. It's really the artist. You go in there trying to read off your notebook or read off your phone or whatever you got. If you go in here and lay your verses the right way, you could possibly get 2-3 records done in an hour.
Within that hour.
So that's up to you. So if you go, hey, we can only afford this hour, I'm looking at my guys and saying, hey, do your shit. Because if we don't, we might not even. There have been times we have not finished a record. There were times when we did multiple records. It's just what you do in that hour, to be honest.
And then niggas be bullshit. It's just it's a whole lot. It's a whole lot going on in studios that, you know, I wouldn't condone if I had my own studio. But it's like, if you paying for it and you wasting your hours, I'm not gonna stop you. But that's not the type. Then what type of engineer am I? If I'm just gonna sit here and let y'all get leaned up, smoked out, you book 5-hour block and only got half a song done and a freestyle.
Shit. You know what it's like? Going in there in the studio and your man's in them is using the majority of the time to roll up and smoke
and talk shit.
Fam, we're not gonna be friends no more.
Bro, I done seen that. I done seen that shit happen plenty of times.
People hate me because I'm gonna tell the truth in that booth. What the fuck is happening? Y'all are wasting. We are wasting.
We're wasting
money. Nah, I can't do it.
They cannot drop their bars without having a good smoke. If you fuck up too much, yo man, I gotta go smoke real quick. Be right back. Fam.
Right.
Word.
It's hour block.
Just smoke.
You just fucking smoke.
Let's just say you just don't got it. It doesn't matter how high you are, fam. You ain't got it.
Who they said that was Pac was like that? If you ain't have your verse done, you ain't make the song?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think most people, not most people, but a lot of the majors, like if you wasn't in there to get ready and get right and have your shit done, they weren't fucking with you. You had to be on point back then.
But also in those multi-million studios, there's an etiquette that, you know, if you're not there to work, shut the fuck up, sit back. That's how niggas get kicked the fuck out. You know, especially if you bring in somebody. If you had me come through to show, you know, a big artist in your town beats, and I brought my mans with me, and he over here geeked out and shit, phone all out.
You know how embarrassing that is for the person that brought you? Oh my God, I can't do. I'm not that type of person, yo. That'll bother the fuck out of me.
Right,
I'll be ready
right.
to go, and he got to go and never
He
coming
got
back.
to he got to go too. Yo. You could stay, and niggas, you could stay, but your man's got to go, bro. He got to go sit in the lobby or something.
And if
Like
you brought him, what do you do?
at that
That's
at that
embarrassing.
at that time of point, it's like, yo, bro, I got to do what I got to do, dog. Like,
It's almost like taking your kids to the grocery store and they just start tearing shit up and put all the
right,
cereal in the aisle on the grocery store. What do you do? You can't whoop their ass in front of everybody. You got to wait till you
right.
get
You
home.
gotta wait till you get home. You gotta
You
clean
can't
all
do
that
it.
shit up. So now you look like the guy who brings annoying niggas to the studio
Exactly.
when they want to do work. Or if a nigga be like, yo, you call me back, like, yo, bro, got another artist, but come by yourself, bro. Like,
Right.
don't bring nobody else. Don't bring no broads. Don't
And that story's never going away.
never,
For the rest of your life, you're going to be the nigga that brought the corny nigga to the studio. It's
never.
never going away, fam.
Especially if it's through you.
Right,
If you the
exactly.
main engineer,
It's not going anywhere.
if you're the main engineer, that stain is on my name with between you and I for the rest. It's just like, and then it'll be a story that we laugh at later
Yeah.
on down the line. Remember that annoying ass niggas you brought? Da, 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 da.
Yeah, what happened to him?
What happened to him? Exactly.
What
But
happened to him?
them type of niggas do blow opportunities and chances for people a lot, because when you got a Gucci in a booth, you got a Young Thug, a Migos in the studio, and you're a new producer that they working with, but your man's got his phone out trying to take pictures and record the session. Like, them niggas are literally legit kick both of y'all out. Never mind, bro.
Yeah.
Producers
hear-
come a di-
Did y'all hear that? When Big Sean Mans did that, took it to Kanye and Jay and,
Yep.
and Sean,
Yep.
and they said, "Yo, you got to fire your mans.
Gotta fire your mans.
He's done.
You got to get."
He's
Gotta
done.
fire your mans,
Like,
bro.
you only fuck up like that once, because going into that situation, the fact that you don't know that you can't do that is crazy. Like, it's almost like common etiquette. Like, it should be common sense.
Your man's got to go. But
Yeah, I
how's
don't
y'all
want to
mental
never see
health?
him here again.
How's y'all mental health? How y'all been? I ain't talked to you fellas in a minute.
Yeah, Flaw, you go, because you've been in and out. I ain't
I'm
go yet either.
single again.
Oh,
Back on.
yo, fam. Hold on, fam. We not doing this on this beautiful Easter
I
Sunday,
thought she
fam.
was perfect.
This
I
nigga did
How,
3 days, my
bro?
nigga.
How?
Nigga, relationship lasted 6 days.
Shit, make it past the free trial?
Fam.
The weather is the
Credit-
weather. The weather is
No, fuck the weather, fam. How your relationship last a vacation? You had like 4 days or 5 nights, bitch. How you have a 4-day and 5 nights
Her credit card got
rendezvous?
declined on the renewal of service.
God.
It beats. Listen, fellas, it beats me. But we gonna touch on the topic a little bit on the subject of you gotta love her more.
Yo, you caught me off guard with that, fam.
And then he sung about it too.
Yo.
I'm single.
I
Yeah.
see
Cause
what's
like I ain't
perfect.
never seen a relationship last a whole album. Like your relationship
Not an album.
Yo, Donda was longer than your shit, fam.
That
Hey, y'all
was
know I was
the EP.
too. 'Cause I came in group chat like, yo, fellas, shit. Yes.
Yo, would niggas get a girlfriend? Now all of a sudden, yo, Donda shit was longer than your shit, man. That's
It
crazy.
was.
Nigga had a promotional EP relationship. Damn.
Most. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. But my mental health is good, man. You know?
Just had a movie trailer.
I'm glad
You
to
know,
hear it, fam. I'm glad to hear it.
life lessons, just we never stop growing. Like the world, man, the world and women will always challenge you, man. I'm reading this book. Oh, yeah. And
The world and women will always
Yes.
challenge you.
I'm
The
reading
two
this book.
W's.
the superior ways of the superior man.
You reading
Man,
that shit again?
Yeah. Sometimes when you read it again, you're like, yo, I didn't hear this part the last time.
Wait, hold on.
didn't-
You reading the book twice?
I think this might be his fourth time.
I don't think I've ever read a book twice.
Sometimes
you
you
read
gotta-
it 3 or
Right?
4 times?
sometimes you got to go back.
You listening to it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Audiobooks.
okay, audiobook. Okay. I'm just trying to think, have I ever read a book like that more than once? Like,
Gotta
that's
go
weird.
back, man.
Sometimes that shit ground you, bro. Like when you
Yeah.
get one of those books that you read that you make you feel some type of way inside, and he's just like, fuck. And he's just like, I go back and read it again.
See,
The thing is, you gotta practice what it's preached. Like not practice what you preach, but practice what is preached. And the only way to do that is to just keep going back. If you read a book or listen to a book and then you go put it down, you're gonna forget the gems. You're gonna resort back to your old ways. So I like to, just go back and be like, oh shit, I forgot y'all told me not to do that no more. Oops.
Oh shit. Oops.
Oops. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have said that. I forgot I was changing. I'm a changed man. I just forgot.
I guess that
I'm supposed to be talking about my mental health, but I can't live up to that. Nigga said I'm single.
You renewing your vows or something? Shit.
No, but I'm just saying that nigga said he was single after like 3 days.
I was sitting here like I'm just going to ignore it and hope it fades away, just like not tell. but since you asked, Jay,
like, yeah, what happened to that? Like, yo, that was last week.
Like 2 months later, like, hey, yo, well, what happened to?
Yo, hold on, we got Ant coming in, man. Ant coming in hot.
Coming in hot.
He got his hand. Mic check. You hear us, bro?
He ain't got the joints on yet.
Oh yeah, he coming.
Just woke up.
Yeah, I was looking at that too. But other than that,
either woke up or pissed off about something happened.
But at the end of the day, you came at the right time. And Jarrell, how's your mental health?
After that, brother, I'm good. Like, it's nothing wrong. I'm fine.
My life is grand.
Yeah, my life is grand. My wife and kids is at my father-in-law's house having like Easter lunch or whatever.
Say no. I'm sorry.
I'm chilling. Know what I'm saying? I got the house to myself.
For you,
damn, I'm smoking a roast for dinner. I'm chilling. Like,
people truly underestimate when the wife and kids go away for a minute. Yeah, I feel for you.
And the crazy part is, like, I'm potting, so they wouldn't be here anyway. Well, at least they'll be upstairs, and I can still feel that they're not here.
It's not the point. It's not the point that you're potting.
Right? Like, it still feels completely different. Like, ain't nobody upstairs running around yelling. Y'all usually can't hear it, but I can hear everything. So it just house just feel empty. It feels good. You know, I got something smoking in the backyard. I smoked something in the basement earlier, so I'm good. I'm see.
Ant the Great One, how you doing, brother?
All is well.
You good?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga said all is well.
Allergies kicking your ass too?
Nah.
No.
Allergies can't come visit you yet?
Believe it or not, 22%.
Shout out to Roland in the chat, man. Shout out to Roland for showing up.
Lord Button, what'd I say? Oh,
but you know what you said.
You had 3 days, like you was in a relationship for 2 days. Nigga, that's what you was bugging.
Okay. It is what it is, man.
Pilot
the way
relationship.
Superior Man, the ways the Superior Man has informed me that I wasn't ready anyway.
Oh, the book told you wasn't ready, so you got out, or she told you?
No. I'm not. Hey, listen, bro.
She was like, listen to the book, nigga.
Nah, the book had nothing to do with that, but the book will definitely put you in your place. For me, it's not for everybody. I'm telling you, you got to be.
Oh, you talking about after it happened? That's you start reading the book over again after it happened. After the
but not because of that. Just because I was just like, let me just get back to the basics. Sometimes you got to do that, fam. We talked about that earlier, like working out at the gym. Some people put chains around their neck and do wild joints. Bro, get back to the basics, man.
Just do a regular sit up. You don't need the chains.
Regular sit up, fam. Let's talk about it, man. This week, I told you fellas I couldn't wait to get in here and talk about our guy. It's just like constant energy just aligns, right? Like we got this guy out so many times, and it's just like, damn, no matter what, we can escape this man's presence. And it just be a random topic that where we bring Mr. Benzino up, or just something he could have said or did. I said I wanted to bring up this situation, just because some things, like I'm an energy guy, so a lot of energy has been happening to where I put like 2 and 2 together, and I'd be like, man, I gotta talk about this. So let's get into it. Apparently, earlier in the week, Benzino, a video was leaked of him having a conversation with a trans woman.
Yeah, to be honest, he got a lot of things going on. When you said you wanted to talk about Benzino, you know, I had to do a little research because I don't keep up with the new nigga news all the time. He got like 3 different stories going on.
Well, it depends on what you want to talk about. The one about him crying.
His situation with his daughter, the situation with him and 50, him and M he just squashed it with M not too long ago.
Well, we talked
He got a
about him
lot
and
going
M
on.
watching it, and the situation with him and 50 has something to do with it. So we can tie that into it too.
Okay.
With the 50 situation.
News.
So right, quick story time, and I'm going to remove myself from the pod and say this is all thoughts, and it does not reflect my 3 other colleagues. Okay.
Okay.
I'm around the way. I'm walking up the street. 2 young women are walking towards me. Can't see them. Not really looking at them. Bada bing, bada boom. As they get closer, in my mind, I'm saying, "Damn, this is a very unattractive young lady."
Wait, what?
Very unattractive young lady. I said, God damn, she in my head. As they got closer, I said, "Oh shit!"
This story is nuts. As you keep, but go on.
As they get closer, well, check it out. As they get closer, I say, "Oh shit, I know him."
Wait, what? Wait.
Yeah.
You said that's a very ugly girl. Oh wait, I know him.
From a distance, I said, "Damn,
That's
she
what you
unattractive."
said?
In my head, yes, damn, she unattractive. It's a horrible looking girl coming down the street. As they got closer, I said, "Damn, I know him." Put a wig on, some lip gloss, and now walk up the streets of the Wilbur section, living your truth. Do your thing.
The section?
Do your thing. Yeah. I said, "Do your thing." Then I said, "Well, goddamn, you just made it real hard for." This is the conversation I'm having in my head. I said, "Damn, you made it real hard for yourself because you also just an unattractive man. Now you're an unattractive trans woman or woman, whatever."
I think we need a whole bunch of beeps or something.
No.
Okay.
Because I'm telling you.
Look at Jay.
No.
Jay scared to say something. Nigga, look at this.
It's not the trans. It's okay. Here's what I'm getting at, right?
Okay.
You know what came to my? No. It's not, if you guys let me finish the story, but here, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Let me get to the gist of it, and I can go back. I believe in pretty people privilege. I think you can be whoever you want, and if you look a certain way, you get passes and you get privilege. That goes for women, that goes for men, it goes for any type of gender that you represent. When you're unattractive, you make things hard for yourself. They had this thing with Lizzo where she keeps bearing ass. I keep saying that if she was somebody else, we wouldn't have a problem. That could be the case. Right. That could be the case.
I don't believe that at all.
No, I think
some of the
that
stuff that she be wearing, I don't care who got it on, is not appropriate for the time. Like that
but
time she went to
it's some truth to that though.
It's that time she went to the Lakers game.
Yeah.
With that stuff on. Like it doesn't matter how big she is. It wasn't appropriate even if she was skinny and people liked her like that.
Nah, she kind of right though.
Yeah.
In what way?
Who's kind of right?
Lizzo is kind of right. Like I'm not. Let's just take specific incidents out. You know what I'm saying? Overall, the shit that she do, like a lot of people got a problem with it because she's a bigger woman, right? Like Rihanna could do the same exact shit that Lizzo does, and nobody would have a problem with it because it's Rihanna.
See, that's what I'm saying. I would have a problem with that if Rihanna wore that shit to the
I
agree.
I'm not talking about like what she specifically wore. I'm just talking about like how she is. Like
I agree.
She's free. Then, she like to be naked. I see what you mean.
Like her
that,
personality, the way she wants to.
I agree,
show
but
her body and stuff.
I'm also seeing women complain about Rihanna right now
because she's pregnant and showing her.
Okay, we get it. You're pregnant. Yeah. So that's what I said. I said the same thing about Lizzo. Is depending on the person, but okay, we get it. You're a BBW. You love yourself. You don't like it. We get it. Like we get it now.
Yeah, this doesn't reflect everyone. So I'm not saying like pretty privilege.
It just wasn't pleasant to look at. Like I like my woman BBW, but her ass was not. But
you like the woman BBW in what way? With turtleneck on, covered. You know what I'm saying? Like you can like your BB. Like we don't discriminate against. Like they'll turn. This is what I'm saying. A transgender woman will turn into hate. No, we don't. Or a BBW would say, "You guys just hate big women." No, we don't. You get?
Yeah, I don't hate big women at all.
Yeah, you don't hate. don't hate what you represent, but if you don't come a certain way or carry yourself in a certain way, then you're just going to get judged based on what category you fall in. It's just the way the world works. Like I said, Jarrell might have a problem with Rihanna, but other people might not. Now, there's people who now that Rihanna, it's like, because Rihanna is showing her baby bump more than she showed herself when she wasn't. So it's kind of like people that might get agitated by Rihanna now, or probably just Rihanna haters, or just like, we get it. We're saying yes and too. That's social media. People are just want to hate. So fast forward to Benzino on a phone call with a young lady named Jonah, who I'm on Benzino's side. I think what she did was tremendously wrong, and it doesn't represent to me what happened. This is a false narrative, because I want to put two and two together. Apparently, this young trans woman leaked the audio of her and Benzino having a conversation because she was tired of men treating women a certain way. And in my head, I said, well, welcome to the club. You want to be a woman so bad? Welcome to the club. He didn't treat a transgender woman no way. He probably treated a woman a certain way. You get what I'm saying? Like, what would have been different? That's my thing. What would have been different?
I see what you mean.
Don't make it seem like Benzino treated you a certain way. Now, if you listen to the audio, because, she tried to throw that trans situation in front of it. No.
That you're a woman.
Benzino got his nut and bounced. If he did, not saying he did, because if you listen to the audio, he's saying he's just attracted to her, didn't do nothing. And he would be wrong if he did, not her. So I'm not saying Benzino violated anyway. But for this young lady to leak audio based on you're tired of people treating trans people a certain way, I think was absolutely wrong. So I'm actually on Benzino's side, and I think it's cool.
Yeah, she did that because he's famous.
Yeah, because he's famous. And listen to the audio, he was saying how gorgeous she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I just back into pretty people privilege. Men being outed being with other men or transgender, it's over, fam. It's just who's next, fam. It don't rock my boat not one bit. This is what people do. Yeah, this is what people do, fam. Hollywood, hip hop, around the way. And I brought that up. I brought that young lady up in the hood because this is what people do. You get what I'm saying? Like, they walk around in summer, when spring and summer, they know around spring, summertime, the girls start walking around. You know what I'm saying? And the dudes start hiring, the ugly chicks can get too. It is what it is. We know what time it is.
You know what the problem is, though? Flaw, to your point, you know what the problem is? The fact that you said, like me and you, we don't care, right?
Yeah.
The problem is that people still do. That's why it's happening still. Because people still care about stuff like this. We just don't.
I think
like everybody isn't I don't want to say knowledgeable, but everybody doesn't live by that like the whole woke movement, or treat people how you want to be treated, or respect whoever no matter what they want to be. People don't subscribe to that. Everybody don't subscribe to that. Yeah, some people still have something to say.
Yeah, we're in the internet era and it's undefeated. You are right. A lot of stuff that I'm saying, even if I say pretty privileged, people that's going to disagree with everything we say on this pod.
Right.
There's some people who are going to clown Benzino because of whatever.
Why you think 50 keep bringing it? Why you keep 50 keep doing it?
I think 50 is all jokes.
They not. He know they might be jokes to him, but he know that people care about that shit. That's why he uses it against them. Like he did the same thing to Young Buck. It's the same thing. Because he knows that people still care. He might not care and think it's a joke, but by him saying it, that's where all the fire comes.
Especially he's coming from 52, like
right. So, like how many jokes we gonna have about Chingy? We had jokes about Eddie Murphy when it happened. I remember we had jokes about Teddy Pendergrass back in the day. Who else? Mr. C.
Motherfucking what's his name? Bobby Valentino.
Bobby Valentino. Yes, there's a lot of men that have been caught up like that.
We need some different things because Bobby V ran. He went running up the hallway in the hotel, fam. You gonna get bombed on when you don't. The only one.
He was wild, bro. Yeah, he was wild.
I mean, he was caught hawking up the hallway.
But the fact that he was running, the fact that he ran is the reason why. It's a reason why he was running. Let's just say that.
Right.
Okay, but isn't the reaction of the actual artist, reason why we were joking mostly, like Young Buck is getting clowned on because he called Shorty up and said, "I ain't gay. Delete that goddamn footage." You know what I'm saying? So you get clowned on that.
I think I think you'll get clowned on regardless. That's what I'm saying.
But
like,
I
because
think
everybody don't think like us, bro. Like they are getting clowned.
But
we are like I think we want to think that everybody is mature. We are in the minority when it comes to that shit. That's what I'm trying. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. When it comes to like this not meaning anything to us, some people actually take this shit and run with it like kids. Like we still.
I'll be honest. The funny part is Benzino on the phone like, "Yo, I'm a masculine guy.
I don't usually do this." I heard the audio too. That was funny to me. To us, that is the funny part, not the fact that he's talking to a transsexual or whatever. But for people that like care about stuff like that, yes, he's being outed. So it's a story. Like I don't give a damn who he messing with. Like this, I don't know. For real dudes that has other stuff to deal with, I don't see why anybody cares about stuff like this. Man.
Exactly, fam.
I got a roast smoking in the backyard. I told you that shit. Like I'm worried about that way more than this.
He's psyched about this roast today, bro.
It's
like the roast got nice. The roast got just as much mention as Benzino today, like
because it should.
I'm pulling up.
So look, right? Benzino.
It's been talking about this roast, but
that
I'm
shit
pulling up.
So good.
Benzino went on Flip the Script podcast, I believe. Basically said that 50. It's kind of like the Kanye West situation. We keep hearing this a lot, where he helped him get out of a bad situation when Murder Inc. rolled up in the studio and poked him up, and he got 50 out of there. Does 50 owe him for life after that? I mean, keep in mind the Eminem situation as well. Benzino and Eminem. So once you beef with him, you technically are beefing with 50. So, but once again, does 50 owe Benzino anything?
No, remember, fuck the source, bro. No, don't want nothing.
Okay, fuck the source, which could be a musical thing, but in Benzino eyes, I really helped you get out of a life-threatening situation. They were coming to.
So you gonna hold that over my head?
You gonna hold that shit over my head for 30 years?
It's almost. I get that, but it's not like holding it over your head. Because I saved your life, how about not shitting on me ever? You know what I'm saying? It's not. I'm not holding it over your head. How about you not shit on me because I saved your life? That's what I guess. That's what I'm getting out of it. Not like he's trying to just bring it up all the time. Benzino probably don't bring it up, but how about I'm bringing it up if you keep fucking with me?
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, I can see both. I can see both sides, but once again, 50 joking too much. You know what I mean? Like we all know that he's a loose cannon. And he might be just one of them friends. I remember the video's old, but I just remember him pulling up to Jamaica Queens, him and Yayo wrestling. He threw Yayo in the bushes. Like that's going to be your friend. You get what I'm saying? Like you never know when he's going to give you a nookie or give you a wedgie or want to wrestle you and throw you in the bushes. Like that's the type of friend that 50 is, I guess. And if you make millions with them, you're just going to have to accept it or whatever. I
gotta take this slamming. Crazy.
You gotta take this. You get what I'm saying?
Tony Yayo was like 48 years old getting slammed in the bushes.
Ain't that old. He threw Yayo in like the bushes. They was wrestling. And it's just like, man, you play too much, man.
I'm not gonna lie. That's why when people say they don't like 50, that's why.
Yeah, that's why.
Why should you like him? He seemed like
Jay talking us, Jay?
Jay, you mute. You on mute, Jay.
All right, yeah. Nah, I get that. Like, there's still so many niggas in the hood that fucking play too much. Like, a bitch don't want to sit here and tussle and slap box with you. But giving me a fucking wedgie as an adult.
Yeah, like if he went back and shot him, I wouldn't even care.
Yeah. Like, I'm good. Giving a bitch a wedgie as an adult.
That's nuts, fam. Like, let's talk about that.
Grown ass man. So nigga gave me a wedgie. Nigga, what? It still do that?
But on the flip side, I let you not let you, but I've afforded you so much luxuries and riches.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like
maybe I get to give you a wedgie if you're a grown ass.
Nah, bro.
Exactly. Like that's nuts.
But we see this a lot though. Like they say Jay-Z the Tata filthy because that's his only bread and butter. Like that's what I do for Jay-Z. If Tata don't handle his business, they say Jay-Z this man plenty of times. Once again, we're two grown ass men, and if you don't do as I say or what I think you should say, I'm going to belittle you.
I haven't heard that much disrespect Tata. You heard a lot of that?
But I mean,
they keep it under wraps, but I just heard that, sometimes even with the R. Kelly situation, well, I mean, there's been situations, you know what I'm saying, and they keep it under wraps, but yeah, Jay-Z has got to face many times. But that's
I've honestly never heard that, but I wouldn't put it past him, no.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't put it past, but that happens when this is my only job. Like
so that's why Tata grabbed the pepper spray?
He probably told him.
Exactly. That's why Jay-Z ain't do it. Tata.
Right.
Or he need Jay-Z to tell him, like, oh, whoa, what we doing? So
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Did we confirm Jay-Z really poked on?
Yeah,
did we confirm that?
Is that confirmed? Like, yeah.
Is that confirmed?
See, I think Jay-Z saw
where was
the charges were.
Where was Tata? Where was Tata?
Well, we know he's still around. He was at the at his Hall of Fame speech. I mean,
yeah,
so
he's definitely still around. He's definitely still around.
It's the only job I ever had. I had no qualification. Can we keep it up?
Tata's like a in Rock Nation or something. He could take that somewhere, bro.
Yeah, we gotta keep it a buck though. The Flaw's credit, right? We love Memphis Bleak. He ain't never had a job in his life.
Never had a job in his life.
That nigga been rich since he was a teenager just because of Jay-Z.
And I'm not saying that Tata ain't intelligent or smart, but when your man's is putting you in position just because you my man's,
we get we see and hear that a lot though, and I don't have any problem with it because white people have nepotism all the time. That's our nepotism.
Absolutely.
Like when we get put on, we put our boys on with us. That's our nepotism because that's the only type of power that we always have usually. That's why every NBA player or rapper have a huge entourage. There's a reason for that.
Mm-hmm. But really,
I actually have part of the response for Benzino. Just wanted to
which part? And we YouTube because he was filthy in that interview. Fan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. It's just a little clip. It's 51 minutes. He's cursing a lot, so maybe I shouldn't play it. Yeah, I'm good.
I'll stick in his girl mouth.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm not gonna play it. Yeah, I'm good. You're right. I just thought about that. Yeah, you're right. I'm not gonna play it.
He was wild. Like that's not going to change the conversation of nothing that happened before. You
dicks and mouths and suck this and suck that. Nigga went
but really though, I just wanted to say when it comes like to trans women, pretty bleach is a thing.
Still, even with y'all.
Even with y'all, and I think that the trans women. Because I thought about it, right? When two men get together, happy, no drama in their life. Two lesbians get together, or maybe I don't know how that works, but two women get together, they live their life, and no drama. To me, in my experience, always the trans women who want to date men that they want to turn out, and then when it don't work, they go off on a tangent. You get what I'm saying? Y'all following me? Or is it
I get you because on the flip side, if you're a straight male, you think of it as being tricked or suckered into doing something that you weren't down with in the first place. So it's always it all just depends on who it is and the situation, I guess. Because if something like that happens, I think the dude that does have a right to not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
We're talking about being tricked, but I think a lot of men. I think if you put an attractive trans woman in the room, a lot of men are going to fool. Man, I don't think men are as straight as they are.
Because if they look like a woman, you're seeing what your eyes see. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course, that is just natural. That makes sense. Like for any man to just be like, they'll never be attracted to a trans woman, no, regardless of how they look. That's not factual. That's dumb. That doesn't make any sense at all. You just have to know that person is a trans. Like, that's what the part that's unattractive to you. It's not how they look physically.
For me, it's easier in person than it is online.
Of course, it should be. It better be easier in person. If you still getting tricked in person, that's on you, bro. Like, to me.
Yeah, because back in the day, there was no surgery. It was just a pig and lip
Right.
gloss.
You know what it is? It's just like we was talking about having studio time. Those people, they needed money too.
Right.
Because if you didn't have money, you got the wig and the lip gloss.
Right.
But if you did have money, you can obviously change. You can enhance stuff.
And then with
take hormones
surgery,
and stuff like that.
and with surgery starting to become so popular, it's
Yep.
it's just bound to happen. Like,
Man, we used to identify who they was. Like, yo, I said this from high school. Like, they just couldn't fool it. Like,
Right.
But now, now they can. So y'all, but I just don't think that a lot of men are as straight as they say. Like that. I think, and that's my thing. I just would like for it not to be, oh, you guys are no. He treated you like a side chick. Honestly. That's just the facts. That's my thing. He treated you like a side chick.
Yeah, the way you was treated had nothing to do with you being a transsexual.
Yeah,
that's what Flaw is saying.
Like a side joint.
That'll always be the scapegoat, though.
Yeah,
it is. Yeah. I don't know if y'all saw this or not. I don't know if y'all saw this or not, but there was like some it was transgender women on Twitter complaining about the menstrual cycle that they asked for, just so they could tweet about it. You don't got to, bro. They was on there talking about cramps, man.
Wait, rewind that. You said
just like some are interested in seeing what a pregnancy is like, and then you go, well, why would you want to do that? Do you know that
because
shit,
they do have like a machine or something that men could experience. Yeah, but I never heard of the menstrual cramp thing. I never heard.
Yeah, they can do that. But my thing is, let's just say let's just say somebody listening wants to take that journey into, be a trans woman, right? Why would you want the pain that comes if you can get all the shit without shit?
They thought being a woman was greasy, like it was all gravy. You know what I'm saying? They thought it was.
But they tell every month this shit ain't no joke.
Women go through a lot of shit every month. Yo. They change personalities for a reason every fucking month. Like yes, like for men in general, like whether you're trying to transition or straight, in order for you to not understand that is weird at this point. If you're a grown man, like you should have been around women your whole life.
And you should know there's some shit.
Regardless of your sexual orientation.
Real quick though, right? Benzino's daughter. Corey Lee Ray, right?
Yeah.
We're seeing. I think that we're getting to see our artists now as adults and their kids as being adults. And a lot of our favorite artists spoke on fatherhood and things of that nature, but they're not really doing such a great job with their kids, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I really think we're starting to see, like, even with the late great DMX, they say Jay-Z got a few kids out there. There's just been things that people rap about in their lyrics about father wasn't there, but because of the music, we're not being the greatest fathers now, and when it comes to being rappers, we're kind of like living in a false lifestyle where we really don't got it, but we got false like we do. But meanwhile, our kids are eating food that they bought with food stamps and things of the nature. At least that's what Corey Lee Ray, that's her name.
Yeah. Corey
Lee Ray said in the interview that I was watching. And so
wait. She said she ate food off food stamps?
Yeah, she said they food stamps. She dropped out of school in 10th grade. She had a regular job. And her mom,
I have no idea how, obviously she's not lying. But the fact that why did she have to go through that when your dad is Benzino? We need to know that. Like,
that's why I'm baffled right now.
But the thing is, that's on Benzino, not her.
Mm-hmm.
We have to ask. That's something he has to answer. Why is your child living like that when you're Benzino?
Which makes it so easy. Which makes it so easy for them to be this beef that they're
right. So So in turn, when she say certain stuff about him, you kind of get why.
So was he an absent father?
That's the thing that I don't know. Like Benzino has to answer those questions. I don't know.
Well, according to
because we would never know.
But she said that he wasn't around. He bought her a Jeep when she was 17. But as far as that, I live with my mom's in Jersey. Benzino's from Boston, so I mean, you a few states away. But I'm just saying we might see more of this. That's what I'm saying. Like our artists their kids are now adult. You might just see some shit.
So now they can come out and speak on.
Yeah. I mean, we
Yeah, you
seen
never
50,
know.
his son, X and his sons and his kids.
Yeah, I remember
Benzino, his daughter.
Jadakiss talk about his son. Like I think he's in college now.
King
So
Clark.
what? So what if he comes out, later on and says some stuff about how he was raised with Jadakiss? You never know.
Never know. He was
I
never
highly
around.
Like
doubt
once
that.
they become grown and actually get to talk for themselves, you have no idea how that household was.
And
just because
especially
they're
if they're into
backwards. That don't mean
music,
anything.
it's about speaking your truth. So you might not hear nothing from them on a regular, interview, but once that music hit, you might want to talk about that shit. Just the way it works. It's just music.
So I mean, and then I like the aspect like Joe. Joe is very vocal about
That's another
his
Joe.
previous relationship with his son, but
Joe
through
who?
Joe Button.
Okay.
But through the podcast, him and Trey, I guess, have like the greatest relationship right now.
On the pod.
I mean, what I mean is when
Never
the kids actually have the ability to now speak up on their own.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Instead of saying, your mom kept you away from me, versus you're an adult now, so you can reach out to me at this
Right.
age. You can actually,
Hey, Jay, you brought that up because I was thinking to myself earlier that is the wrong energy that I think that we use as fathers.
What?
And I even got that from the book. Oh, well, I'll just wait till you're an adult. Like, I'm gonna let your mom, whatever. Because I was actually watching this other, right?
Yeah,
And
I believe that.
and the show was about the mom telling her daughters that their dad tried to molest them, so he went away. Basically, they went around. So they went on the show. I don't think it was Maury or nothing like that. He got found. He got found not guilty. Whatever. It was innocent.
Mm-hmm.
And they looked at the mom and she said, "Well, why didn't he never fight for y'all?"
I remember that. It was a black family too, and it was like 3 or 4 daughters. I remember that shit. Yeah.
They got rid of him because she lied to the kids and said, "Well, your dad molested you." Turns out he didn't. But what they want you to do is fight for him. What they were saying was, when y'all become adults, we'll have that conversation. I think that's the wrong energy that was as black fathers. Not saying we use it, but just as in general.
Yeah.
I just think that is
what the mother was doing.
I just think on that aspect of it is more fight. I guess fighting for it will cause more damage than allowing that time to bypass so you can see. Now, fighting for it as in, I'm going to still attempt to reach y'all. I'm not about to fight with your mom. You get what I'm saying? So we're going to go to court. I'm going to find my ways to get around to get to y'all. But going through your mom it's not happening. You get what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people like that's why I tell people a lot if you have kids. My homeboy said it yesterday. He was like, "Yo, I think it's so dope that your daughters are so open with you." And I go, because I don't lie to them. I don't beat around the bush. I don't tell them anything. Like, I don't give them this fantasy that, this happened because of this. Nah, this happened. That's why me and your mother are no longer together. And they ask questions. But in a situation like that where the mother lied to the daughters, that's just fucked up. And
yeah, that's crazy.
She need her ass whooped.
And she sat there and said, "Well, you didn't fight for him." That's what she said. That's all she said.
That's exactly what she said. I remember, that story made me so mad. I remember exact story that you was talking about. And she said, "Well, you didn't fight hard enough. You didn't fight hard enough for him."
So you lie?
That's what she told the
head bitch.
That's what she told the dude. That's what she told the dad.
Hey, Jay, his bag. This hit in her.
Jay Madison.
Yo, I hate yo.
This Appleseed head bitch. Yo.
Nah, because you know what it is? Because you know what it is? Is as men, we're looked at as being wrong when you question a woman at what she says. So if a woman comes up to you and say such and such raped me, if you don't fly off the handle immediately, now it's, oh, you're blaming the victim. No, bitch, y'all be lying. So I need the full story. I don't need your story. I need the whole story.
So simply here, some way here, a topic that was brought to our attention is a man must love the woman more in order for the relationship to work. I think this is relatable. And this was a something that has been brought to my mentioned before, and I was definitely ready for that answer when I seen Jarrell retweet it. I said, "Oh, let's roll. Let's get that popping."
Yeah,
So with that being said, man.
First off, let me say salute to Mike. Salute to Mike in the chat.
Yeah, shout out to Mike.
Yeah, my guy
Shout out my guy Mike.
Polito McCallum. He's an actor, huge Knicks fan, so going back and forth with him. We follow each other on Twitter. He posed this question, and I just wanted to see how everybody will react to it. He said, "I said this last night. I believe a relationship will only work if the man loves the woman more than the woman loves the man." Just my thought.
Yeah, man, I definitely agree 1000% on that. Based off what I was saying earlier a little bit about how the world and your girl is going to challenge you to be your better version, right? And the way I see it, you're going to have to be deeply in love with this woman who's going to tell you ain't doing enough. You ain't good enough. That I thought I was doing that okay, but that's what I'm not. I used to really think that someone were nagging, and I used to use the wrong word. It wasn't a nag. It's them challenging you to be better, especially better when you think you already the man. What the fuck I gotta work on? I'm already good.
I gotta work on, right?
No, like
that's
where
you get it. Ego comes into play.
Man, you get it. Y'all making 75 grand. Yeah, but have you about getting your CDLs? You can make 100 grand. No, I don't want to drive. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't stop for them. You like they lied and said that we're conquerors. We're not. Because the second we feel like we conquer, we get lazy. Bro, I'm making, not saying complacent now. Complacent, yeah. I'm making $28 an hour. We good.
You're right.
But I heard such and such is making 30. I heard such and such is 30. But wait a minute, you go on shit on my $28 an hour? You get what I'm saying? Like I'm paying.
That's when ego comes into play. Exactly. Yeah, you're right.
So,
but your woman's supposed to challenge you like that.
They're supposed to challenge you, but in order for you to accept that, you gotta really, really love this woman, or it can come off as nagging.
I think the statement is true simply because it's not an unpopular opinion, but we are the one who choose them. So it's only natural for me to believe that statement is true. Because it's like, as much as women would like to, obviously when you have, I think Ann could attest to this, he's recently married. Yes, he is the father of the household. He's the king of the household. Cool. But most of the stuff that she wants will, like, that, what she says goes. Like, it's a reason why a lot of people say happy wife, happy life. It ain't the other way around.
This is a bullshit statement, but go ahead.
It might be bullshit, but it's true, because if she's not happy, fam, you're not going to be.
Right. That's a fact.
Yeah. But it needs to be happy house, happy spouse, happy house.
Jay, it doesn't mean what it sounds like. That's what we trying to say.
Right. It doesn't mean that exactly.
It sounds like happy wife, happy life, meaning fuck men. It's not what it means. That's not what that means. It just, it's a deeper layer to it, honestly.
I mean, I get it. I absolutely get it. But it's just like, when you say happy wife, happy life, you get what I'm saying? So it's again us being pushed down to appease her happiness.
No, I think of it like this. Say if you're upset,
right,
your whole household isn't upset. She does, like, especially with my wife, she does so many things in the household, especially when it comes to our children. If she's upset, more than one person is being affected in the household about that. If I'm upset, I can go down to the basement and play the fucking PS5 for a couple hours and be straight. If she's upset about something, your whole household, like,
yeah, that shit reverberates throughout the whole house.
Reverberates throughout the whole house, because
why not build a household to avoid that?
Because you don't do the stuff that she does.
And why can't you?
Oh no, you can. I am not, though.
No.
But Jay, I don't know.
I get the question.
But I don't know if you can, because feminine energy changes. Like, we are more of a certain thing than what feminine energy is. That's what I believe.
Yeah, we're a little more simple than they are, fam.
Yes, whatever floats their boat, it depends on what time of the day it is, Jay. You can't pre-produce your household in a sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, yes, like Jerome said, we are more simple than they are. Right. Because all we want to do is Darrell just want to go in the basement and play the PS5. Let me get an hour or two at the gym. I'm good. Let Ant, you know what I'm saying? Like do whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? Produce and make dope records or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Just give me 2 hours to my time to myself and I'm good. You can't give women 2 hours to themselves because they'll come to with the shit and say, hey,
we need to do this. We need to do this.
Yeah, their issue is how we can be better as a whole. We can fix our shit on our own.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Right. It makes all the sense, but it's
and I'm speaking when I say stuff like that, I'm being real general. Obviously, it depends on the person. Every woman isn't the same. Every man isn't the same. Men have more feminine energy than women sometimes, depending on the relationship.
Yes, yeah.
But it's like generally speaking, if your woman is not happy in the household, you're going to have a fucked up household, regardless if you're happy or not.
Hey yo,
fuck out.
Y'all want to hear? Hey yo, y'all want to hear a true story?
Yeah, go ahead.
True story, right?
Take your ass out somewhere.
After reading the book, I said, God damn, like, how do y'all know that I went through this shit? So the real story was I'm coming home from the pod, right? Mm-hmm. And I was supposed to go to the grocery store to pick up some bread or something. But I forgot. But I came in the house happy. Had a dope pot.
All your happiness went out the window when she saw you get their bread. So like she said, like we were saying, happy wife. Happy life.
We live 2 blocks away from Giant. It was nothing for me to turn around and go get the bread in 5 minutes
Nigga
flat.
thought it was gravy to walk in there with no bread.
Nigga, that's your fault, bitch.
That was your fault.
I get it. I forgot the bread, but I had a good day.
Yo, Jay, he walked in there like George Jefferson.
Bitch whistling.
Hands swinging, whistling, skipping. Hey, baby, what's up? Where's the bread?
Where's the bread? So, don't worry, I'm gonna go get it right now. No, that's not the point. You know what I'm saying? That's not the point. The point is
you were supposed to remember that shit on your way.
You were supposed to remember that shit. I was reading that book, right? And in the book, I kid you not, he said the man walks into the house without the bread. She says, where's the bread? He said, forgot it, but guess what? I just won $1 million. She said, I don't give a fuck about that.
Where's the bread?
Where's the bread? I said, holy shit.
Because know why? Because that $1 million do not feed the kids lunch that day. She got to make sandwiches for the kids for the next morning. Like it's late at night, right? It's 9 o'clock. You come in the crib with a check for $1 million. What the fuck does that have to do with me making them sandwiches, nigga?
Where's the bread? I said, holy shit, man. It's
what can you say?
What can
you better go out and get that fucking bread? Forget that $1 million. You better get your keys and go get that bread, fam. It
does not
is what it is.
Listen, bro. If my wife is still pissed after I tell her this is $1 million check, guess what? I ain't going to get no bread. I'm gonna go get some bread, bitch, and I ain't coming back.
Right?
How about that?
You don't believe that. You don't believe that though.
If I came in this house today and Jones say, "Where the bread at?" I said, "Babe, I forgot the bread, but guess what? I just got $1 million check." If she's still mad,
yeah,
I'm leaving forever.
You leaving, right? And then you gonna call the next day, be like, "Baby, I'm sorry. I got $1 million. What's happening?"
Nah.
Because and bread.
I got the bread too.
Because you know you had that $1 million first, and in your head you're thinking about what you gonna do with your family. If you decide to leave that night, you still gonna be fucked up because you can't do nothing but spend this $1 million on my family. Like we don't have $1 million to spend on nothing for ourselves.
Because as soon as you have like a wife and kids and stuff, right? I don't know. When I get $1 million, yeah, like the flaw's credit, I'm not thinking about stuff to like get or buy and stuff. You're thinking about like what you're gonna do with it when it comes to your family, like new house, got to sell the old one, shit like that. I'm not talking
about Lakeland, like what the water park we all going to. What
do something like this. I'm not thinking about, well, yeah, damn, I do need a new microphone for this podcast. You know what I'm saying? That's not what the first thing we thinking about. And if it is, that's some weird shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just weird energy.
So, Flaw, did you go get the bread?
It was.
That's the question.
I went to go get the bread, but I did not react the way that I should have when I got the bread, because what the book says, and if I'm correct, you're supposed to go over to her and caress her and say, "I'll buy 4 loaves of bread."
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like you have to
Batman voice and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to go to her, start kissing on her, and say, "I'll never forget this bread again." Like women live in the fantasy world. I will never. That's why they ask you. I'll never do this again. They want to hear the shit.
Yeah, the book not gonna like me. I'm not doing that, fam. What you talking about? I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doing that.
But you just can't go get the bread, though. That's what I'm saying. You can't be like,
I guess to me, I don't know.
Her.
And plus, the type of dude that I am, I'll get the bread. Be like, look here, I might forget again, but here's the bread. Like, I'm not gonna be like, I'm never gonna forget this bread again. That's
well, you guys are gonna be sleeping on. Yeah, then you guys are gonna be sleeping on opposite sides of the bed until you're having a conversation. I can't believe you forgot the bread. I'm telling you, fam, it's like that.
Word up.
That is not okay.
Hey, Flaw, you the biggest thing in that bed, but you just got the side on the corner like this. She's spread out.
Waiting to hear her shit. Like I know it's coming.
That is not okay.
Fuck around
Jay,
and turn around if you want to.
It's okay if you love her more than she loves you.
Right.
Nah, fuck
because
that.
you're going to
that's the whole problem with the statement. It's true, but it's almost like unfortunately it's true for us, but it is true. It is
My
what
bad,
it is.
babe. I'm about to go get the bread now. Would you like something else?
Right.
On top of that.
Or don't even ask if she wants something else. Bring something back with the bread. You know what I'm saying? Bring something like, you know what I mean?
Favorite dessert.
Because you just going to the grocery store to get bread, right? So if you know she like strawberry shortcake, get a strawberry shortcake too.
This ain't like back in the day. Now they probably still got that red box joint, but you should be able to bring back a movie and shit. Like there were ways that you could just like put some sugar on top of the boo. I don't know what
now
you can do.
we all got apps. Now we all got apps. So say if you wanted to watch a movie, you can go on Amazon Prime and pay that $3.99 for that movie.
Yeah. You ain't gonna buy it. You do it tonight. Yeah.
That's all. I think I'm just old and seasoned. That's all. And don't want no drama regardless of the situation. So I'm at the point in my life that you have to keep your woman happy. It doesn't matter if I'm not happy. I want to be happy also, but
Mike, that's real shit.
It just is what it is. Hold on, what Mike say?
Put that up, please. Anybody wants to read? Want me to do it?
I think this comment is somewhat true, but it also depends on how the man reacts to his woman. Can he be emotional with her? Tell her how he feels without her calling him soft or weak.
Yeah,
that's all we want.
Yeah, and plus, I think I don't know. When it comes to this statement, I'm thinking of it as myself. You know what I mean? I'm taking it personal. I'm married. So that part of that situation don't even exist anymore.
It's not about her. It's not about loving her more. It's about her acceptance to him and his emotions. And can she validate them?
Okay, but what are we connecting that statement to, though? We can't just go, yup, because we talking about we forgot the bread and she was hot at us.
Right.
Give me an example of where she made us feel weak, though. Because
that's how she reacted to the bread.
Her reacting to you. So her reaction, her response to, damn, I forgot. I'm gonna go get it now. Now, what is her response?
I need my husband not to forget to bring bread home. It's some shit.
Right.
I thought you was man enough to bring bread home, motherfucker. Like it'd be extra shit on top of that. I ain't saying that specifically my bread situation. But you know how women go in though. They go in.
That's two different things you just said.
I thought you was man enough to bring bread home, motherfucker. It's hilarious.
Conversation, man.
But
listen, what I'm saying is,
if you say that, ain't nobody gonna be happy that night.
You say that. You're not man enough. Wait a minute. Fuck this book.
Then it also depends on what has happened before, because it's just like if you stop thinking about those bitches and thought about the bread.
We moving the goalposts, but this shit.
But
Flaw, to their point, is mad variables. That's why I say in general.
It all depends on that response.
Like the response that you said your woman gave her, your situation. That is kind of like the best case scenario of like her being upset.
Yeah, usually you don't go down like that.
What if she was really upset and said something slick to you when you came in the house when you forgot the bread? She didn't say nothing slick. She was you just knew she was upset.
In my opinion. But Jay, in my opinion,
what if you forgetting the bread was a straw that broke the camel's back?
And she just started flipping on you.
You come in fucking whistling and shit.
Yeah,
because you was the
bread. So she see you mad happy, but I understand what you said. Like with your situation, you gotta throw your situation out. your situation was like the best case scenario for you. But if she would have said something else, you might not have reacted how you reacted.
First off, I think I handled it terribly because I could not understand why.
You didn't say how you reacted. What did you do exactly? What did you say?
I don't recall, but it turned into a lingering situation. Because at that time, I took it as like the podcast has always been an issue for me in relationships, because if I have a good time on the podcast, I automatically have to have a good time once the podcast is over. And no matter who I talk to, no matter who I'm dating, I tell them I don't really talk much. Yeah, but you got a podcast. So the podcast has always, since I've started it, has always been what people use against me. I just saw you smiling, laughing on the pod, so you can't.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm the same, and I don't talk much. So if I do tell somebody I do have a podcast, I get the same reaction.
Yeah, so it's annoying.
Right.
You walk into the house after a good show and you had a good time without her, without the kids, by yourself. This is just my thinking back then.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as you open the hell over bread, you don't get that at first. Like, are you really seriously about to beef with me over some bread, fam? I can go get that right now.
After I just had a good time.
I just had a good time without you. But that's what she's mad for. What the hell you happy for? You ain't have a good time with me. That's kind of what they do.
You forgot the bread.
Hold on. Now we're getting into it. So you're saying that it had nothing to do with the bread, really, or the fact that you forgot.
No, it could've.
It's the fact that you forgot while you were having fun with someone else.
Wow. Yes.
That's what you
Women
think.
hate to see us have fun.
Yes.
They don't like to see us have fun without them.
See, now we're getting into something. That's a deeper, darker criminal link right there.
Listen.
That's where this narrative, and as I blame TikTok and social media, when they say niggas is gay for their homeboys, because we enjoy spending time with our niggas, and we have a good time with our niggas.
Who said what happened?
Yeah, bro, it's a sick world out here.
So wait, hold on. If you see a whole bunch of dudes having fun,
women don't like that shit. Yeah, women don't like that shit because they feel as if we don't have this type of enjoyment. I don't get this type of happiness and excitement out of you. But as soon as your homeboy call, you all excited and y'all having a conversation. But when it's me and you having a conversation, it's just,
why can't we have fun?
Why can't we have fun? And women don't understand that sometimes it's on their end as well. Bitch, you're just not enjoyable like that. Like you.
Ooh.
No, Jay. What the? Hey, yo, you gotta.
Like, no.
We move on, bro.
Yo, Ed, hold on.
Sometimes we just and it's bad because we pick people that we don't have that connection with. Like you're not into what I'm into, or
isn't kind of the topic of this conversation? No, you gotta feel her.
I'm gonna tell you one thing. The natural, like the maturization of Aunt Roberson. Y'all just heard this. See, y'all was talking over each other.
Oh, I heard. We said let's move on.
Already said let's move on. Smooth as fuck, man. And ain't say nothing after that shit at all. He said, "Can we just move on?"
But it's real shit.
It just is what it is.
I would rather the conversation be it's from lingering problems that haven't been resolved. That's more of it than she's not enjoyable, Jay. I think it's just lingering that we don't talk about.
Yeah, because if she wasn't enjoyable, like now I got mad questions like, why was she your girl in the first place?
Yeah, why was she your girl? She had to be a girl.
Why you with her?
What I mean by enjoyable, some females are just. Some women are just miserable in that sense of, like y'all said, you're miserable, so now I got to come down to your miserable level.
To my knowledge, though, you're absolutely right. There are plenty of women like that. Those are the ones that are usually single, though.
Mm-hmm. Need therapy. Should go to therapy. Shouldn't be in a relationship.
Just like, to be honest, well, I don't want to see. We on some men versus women shit, so I want to be on our side. There's a lot of niggas like that too.
Absolutely.
I can't stand niggas like that, fam.
Absolutely.
Like it's just I don't know. If I'm around people, like I'm not a people person. So if I am around people, if I sense any type of negative energy or like you don't want to be either around me or around the situation, I am out. I can't do that anymore.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely.
So what do we what do you want to get to, man? We got Snowfall recap.
We got Snowfall, a couple well, Snowfall is usually last. And to be honest, the last couple weeks, Flaw, we never got your take on
Bel Air?
Bel Air. Yeah, so we can. I got graphics for both of those if you still want to get into the season finale of Bel Air, even though that was a couple weeks ago. And we could talk about Snowfall too.
Yeah. Okay, cool. We can do that.
Let's do the Pusha T first, just to get everything out of the way.
Well, yeah, Pusha T and Jay-Z, man. Okay, I remember late last year, we were hyped. At least I was about the rollout for the 2002 hip hop catalog category, and I have been let down. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, it's about to be May, and just nothing has dropped.
I think stuff has dropped. I think just not the major people. Like, it's been like smaller artists that I like personally that have dropped. That's why that's the only reason I could disagree with that statement. But for me personally, though, like Vince Staples dropped a couple weeks ago, and I like that album. And for me, that's cool. But for the masses, yeah, that's not a huge, that's not a big drop that everybody's waiting for Kendrick. Everybody's waiting for, Donda 2 to drop to the masses where everybody can hear it. A lot of people is waiting for Drake to drop again. Pusha T.
That's what I'm saying. Our list have, Vic on it.
I get it.
There was some other artists that either they dropped, whether it be Conway or Benny the Butcher, that have dropped, and it's just like, and Donda 2 did drop, and it was just like we didn't get a chance to hear it. You had to buy that device.
Like, honestly, it was a reason why I didn't talk about Benny last project on here that much, because it wasn't as good as his last few.
It's good, but he wasn't good. He was on the social talking about something. He bet he'll have album of the year, and it's just you like that wasn't.
I don't think he was talking about that one though.
Okay,
when he talked about albums, that's Tanner Talks and Plugs. I just met. I forgot the real title of it. Something about Plugs. But regardless, those are like EPs.
Mm-hmm.
But the joint with Hit Boy was an album.
Yeah. So
I think when he said the album that's about to drop, I don't think he was talking about Tanner Talk 4.
Okay, so here we are.
You still dropped not some mid, but it wasn't mid to me, but it still wasn't as good as some of your other projects. So I totally get that.
This Pusha T rollout, you hit us with the Diet Coke.
For one, I don't like it's mad long. This album needs to drop already.
So you don't like the rollout?
No. I did, but it's taking too long for the album to drop, because the reason I don't like it anymore is because he's doing interviews talking about the album, and it hasn't dropped yet. Like, I sat there and watched a few of his interviews. He did one with Hot 97. He did one with Charlemagne, actually talking about songs on the album that we haven't heard yet. Like, who does that? Usually you're supposed to do your interview after the album drops. But I don't want to hear about the song on the album if I haven't heard the fucking songs yet. Like, why are you talking about the songs that we haven't heard for a whole hour?
For me,
to me, that doesn't make any sense.
Pusha has been telling us this is the best album of the year for a year. And I said he might be putting his foot in his mouth.
I remember.
But then he's dropping these singles. And like, he just might be right. Based on the drought that we're in. Not saying it would be hot if those other artists dropped fire records, or if Magic came out in 2022 instead of the end of 2021. It's fire. But because of the drought that we're in and the songs that I've heard so far,
I'm like, what's taking so long?
Pusha T is right now in position to kind of save hip hop from.
And you know what's crazy? Both instances, the Hot 97 and the Charlemagne drop, I'm thinking that he let them hear the album already, because all of them said that, yes, it is his best body of work so far. But it don't mean nothing right now because we haven't heard it, but you're talking about it. It's kind of weird, man. Like, you're supposed to do your interviews after the shit drop. Like, it's almost too hype now. Like, I don't want Charlemagne to tell me that it's their best work. I think I want to hear that shit for myself.
I definitely don't need a third single if you're only going to have like 12 songs on the album.
Right. It's only 12
I don't want to
songs
hear your
rap.
single.
Like, right. Right.
So talking shit.
We didn't heard a third of the album, a fourth of the album before the album even dropped. Like, there's only 12 tracks on it, he said.
Mike asked, did y'all hear the Drake verse that was a sub diss to Push? I read the bars. Wasn't Pusha said after I think his child was born or marriage, he kind of don't want to beef with Drake no more. It's over.
Yeah.
Don't know where
And
this going.
I ain't gonna front. I like the pettiness of like he actually dropped this after that interview that you were talking about, because that's the one with him and Charlamagne when he said that. And then the next day, Drake, quote unquote, leaked this because the song is not out, but it was leaked.
So it's this.
Like
I got to get it out, even though I'm not going to drop it. But I got to hear these bars.
Yep, that's all it was. That's
I ain't write these bars for nothing, man.
Right, exactly. That was straight petty light skinness from Drake, and I loved it. I actually like that. But I don't want. I honestly, I'm tired of the beef though, because it ain't no real beef, and nothing is gonna come of it. Like to me, if I'm Drake, since Push did the Arby shit, maybe I'll have my people call McDonald's and see what how much money they can give me to get him through McDonald's.
Whatever
But I don't want to hear nothing on your album anymore. Yeah.
Whatever
right.
you do,
so
you
I don't want to hear no more bars on your album for Push, and vice versa. I don't want Push to be giving me Drake bars this next album either.
Right.
I'm over
All
it.
right. Jay-Z, who was on Push's latest single, has been doing what we said he was going to do, which I think is secret. He basically just taking what you got to say about him and just creating 16 out of it. It's disappeared again. For those that don't know, Faizon Love did an interview saying that Jay-Z isn't the dope boy that he says he is. And Jay-Z decided to come out of retirement, spit some bars about for Mr. Faizon Love, and then go back.
He opened it.
He opened it too.
Oh,
he opened the verse with it.
The phase I'm on, Love, I wouldn't believe it either.
I was actually listening to this shit like, what the fuck is he talking? Like, I know he's trying to like put Faizon Love in it, but then it broke it down. The phase I'm on, Love, I wouldn't believe it either. I wouldn't listen to Reason either. So I get it. I do get it. Also, he touched on if Big was still alive. You get what I'm saying? Like, I get it. I like it.
Jay, as much as Jay don't talk, he hears everything.
He hears everything. That's why I say, like, sometimes, like, I remember when we was getting like, oh, he looks like a camel bar. Remember that? Because everybody kept saying that on the internet. Oh, he looks like a camel. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta get into that prediction ball. Like, hey, yo, Jay-Z's going to touch on this topic right here. But he seems to, his last two verses have since been like him and behaving. I don't know what's going on. Like, he's still sensitive about
behaving.
The behaving guy, the guy.
Behaving.
Yeah, behaving. They were trending together, getting money. I'm always going to say that they was in the town,
just getting money,
getting money, doing their thing.
You know what I'm saying? Doing their thing.
Going to Trenton public schools.
You sound like an old head now, doing their thing. That's all.
Nah, Hov killed this verse. I'm glad he touched on it though.
I was gonna ask that. Are we glad we touched on shit just because Faizon Love said it? Like, but why does Faizon Love get to say that and we react to it?
Nobody heard that interview, Jay. Nobody heard that interview, to be honest.
No. I mean the whole, like, even the big shit.
No, I think that's cool because mad people have been saying that, which I thought was ridiculous anyway.
But I just think that it was like, what position is Faizon Love in to even mention that? And that interview was a while ago.
Exactly.
Like,
that
shit was. I think the town was still recording podcasts when that shit happened.
Like, do we, like, as much as we like the bar and how clever it was, cool. But do we actually like Jay-Z coming at Faizon Love for saying some bullshit? Like,
yeah, bitch, I'm gonna address it. I mean, we gonna put it's
because
I guess it's because the theme of the song.
Yeah, true.
With the theme of the song, so you saying I was never the hustle like that, so I'm gonna just give y'all these quick bars. The phase I'm on, Love. I mean, I wouldn't believe it either. Like you said,
I think I'm too mature for shit like this. Like, stuff like that bothers me because
it's an expression.
Because who
it's an expression. Hov isn't going to respond like everybody else would have responded. So if Faizon Love would have said that about any other trapping rapper, that trapping rapper would have did an interview addressing Faizon Love. Getting into a back and forth about it. Faizon Love was just trying to re-spark his career. Like, ain't nobody checking for Faizon Love no more, bro.
But by saying
ain't nobody checking for you, Smokey.
Like, Faizon Love has no relationship with Jay-Z at all.
That's what I'm saying. How are you,
especially back then? So how would he even know any of that?
Shit? Right.
He just said it and ran with it.
Exactly. Big Worm was out here bugging.
Yeah, I just Yeah, it's just that, like I said, Jay-Z has been like using for some reason. We talked about this on the Drake single. It was just like, oh shit, he talking about Haven. It's just like, okay, now it's Phase on Love. Bars actually another response to Phase on and the Haven. You know what I'm saying? So it's like this is the bad Jay-Z's in.
What else he gonna rap about?
Well, that's what I'm getting at too. It's just like this is the Jay-Z we're going to get, and this is why
So
we might not get an album.
He talking about the niggas who's doubting him and how rich he is.
Nigga said, I put your mansion on my wall.
That's all you getting. That's all you get from somebody that's worth $1 billion, fam. Like, why are you getting anything else? What else are you gonna talk about?
I put your mansion on my wall.
Yeah, he's not gonna talk about the shit we talk about. He ain't gonna talk about in relationships. Is the man who got to love the women more than the woman loves the man?
We got a different side.
He's not going to care about
Sequility, whatever that working word is.
Soliloquies.
Soliloquies.
All right, so that's where we at, man. Push T, drop that album, man, so we can get some good hip hop to listen to. We ain't got none. We there has been some good projects that have dropped, some okay projects. I'm gonna actually play a new artist from the Black Mafia family.
Okay.
At the show, but nothing really that we all can be like, whoa, did you hear that? Nothing. Benzino did drop a new single though. I don't know if you heard that. Zeno Beats the World. Yeah. Addressing his daughter, 50 Cent, and Shauna. So
it's called Benzino vs. the World.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm good. Why don't you play that as your fucking
I'm good.
Jam of the week?
I'm good.
Nah, don't bring it up and don't play it.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead and use that for your joint, yo.
Nah.
Yeah, salute to Mike. I brought up Vince Staples earlier. Like, yeah, I like Vince's album. It's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, I don't even know what song I'm picking.
Snowfall, right?
So we done with everything. That's all it is in hip hop. Benzino and
you got
Jay-Z.
Your boy 6ix9ine and them fighting over the King of New York shit. Talk about that a little bit.
What happened?
It's old though.
6ix9ine.
Wait, hold on.
6ix9ine came back out of fucking hiding.
Yeah, 6ix9ine came out of hiding.
I'm completely lost. What happened?
What's his name? Fivio?
Fivio.
Fivio Far. You know, his album came out, Bible or whatever, and sold like 29,000 first week, right?
That's one of those albums that I said that was going to be supposed to be big and was kind of lackluster. A lot of people were saying so.
Right.
That goes to Fall's point too.
6ix9ine coming like he made a video on Insta or something, and he in front of all his cars, pulled all his money out, said he the King of New York. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the King of New York. They on Instagram on fighting back and forth about who the King of New York.
Man. I ain't got nothing to say. I'm on some yikes shit. Like, why are you even still talking about stuff like that? Like, remember I said when we was talking about he was supposed to like go to Nebraska and just not to be heard from again? Nah.
Yeah, he's just on borrowed time. I think they were shooting a video and then they went and spray painted up, calling him rats and all that. As far as the broke claims, like this is you got to get back out there. Like I don't think he wants to do this, but he has to generate some type of money. He's also dissing King Von and Lil Durk again. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he feels like nothing's going to happen to him.
He got to get back in the news, man. Like and
it's kind of like the same energy that the game uses. I think the game is having like the same 6ix9ine type rollout to where 50 caps. So I'm gonna challenge Eminem, and it's like, fam, nobody's thinking about you, fam. You told us you had this great album, yet we don't hear nothing about this album no more. It's just their rollout seemed to only be controversial energy. Like out of nowhere.
That's old shit though. Like 50 Ben showed him how to do this years ago.
Yeah, but if you ask him today, he'll tell you he didn't. Like he's actually rolling around saying he was on Fat Joe show, he was on Wild shows, and he's saying 50 didn't help him do nothing. Like he didn't help him, and he helped 50 with bars too. What up, blood? What up, cuz?
I guess
what up?
2022. Who cares?
Right? Y'all niggas old as hell.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's just seemed to be some people's rollout, not the music. I want to battle with Eminem.
Yeah, Game is too good for that. Like we didn't talk about that Game situation. Like I don't know, the way he's acting, kind of weird. But it's just Game. I already told you that I love his music and stuff like that. Like I love his ear, but his personality, like he's my most loved and hated hip hop artist, I think. Like everything that he does outside of the booth, I hate. But when that album dropped, he's one of the best beat pickers ever.
And you're never going to just get an album from him. You're going to get the shenanigans that go with it, which is the sad part. Like, you got to take the good with the bad with him. Just like if you just dropped this Drillmatic or whatever he said is called, that they said is the hottest album. This is the thing. We keep getting people telling us they got the best projects of the year. They ain't dropped. Aim said, I got the best album of the year.
Said him and Hit Boy.
Yeah, him and Hit Boy, I got album of the year. Pusha T, I got album of the year. Where's the fucking albums?
Yeah, the Pusha T shit is bothering me. He needs to drop that album, fam.
But at least we've heard a single or two. We've heard nothing from Game, but I want to back with him.
Nah, he got the song with Kanye.
Easy?
Yeah.
And that was cool. I listened to Diet Coke. I went to the Diet Coke.
That's
you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you're talking, I got the best album of the year, you can't. Easy's just sounding like something that him and Kanye Bush just did one night. Okay, cool. It's a cool record.
Yeah, that's true. Because it definitely didn't sound like a single.
Or damn, Gaming, yeah, got a song together more than damn a hot song. Let's keep it up.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, but when you hear Diet Coke, you go, woof.
Yeah, that's fire.
When you hear Neck and Wrist Don't Lie, you go, woof.
Yeah, fire.
You get what I'm saying? It's just different.
And the other song he dropped, Hear Me Clearly.
I don't think I heard it, but I don't think. But you said that wasn't on his album, right?
Yeah, it's on that Nico's album.
Yeah, it's on a different album.
Yeah.
Neck and Wrist Don't Lie, but it is what it is, man. We get these old ass dudes, man. Just not old ass dudes. Only Game is 6ix9ine. 6ix9ine is using this. Like I said, this rollout is all he knows, man. He don't know how to. Also, 6ix9ine might have to know because don't nobody want to sit down with him. Like do we see him on Breakfast Club? Do we see him on Hot 97? I don't think.
For what?
A rollout, album rollout. How else does he tell the world he's coming?
The same way he's been talking to niggas so far. He just got to tweet it or put it on IG or something. Ain't nobody want to.
I'm bigger.
If you do want to sit down with him, I'm pretty sure his people is going to, like, it's certain stuff you're not going to be able to ask him. So what's the point?
Well, I'm thinking the radio stations don't want to. I'm thinking people don't want to sit down with him. So in order for my name to buzz, I have to create controversy.
No, but don't want to sit down with him for what reason? It's not because they wouldn't get any views. It would have to be because
the energy. It's the energy.
I'm about to say, so you think that if he was on the Breakfast Club, they wouldn't get no views? You crazy?
No, I'm not saying the views. I don't think they want to sit down with him. Is what I'm saying. I don't think Hot 97 wants him there. I don't think.
How long he been home? How long he been home, bro?
Like 2 years, right?
Not
right?
Too, but
he ain't did Drink though. Champs. He ain't do nobody podcast, bro.
They don't know.
He ain't did nothing. 6ix9ine.
6ix9ine. Like what major interviews has he done, Jay, since he been home? You know,
he hasn't done any.
But there has to be a reason for that because it's not because he's not.
Because don't nobody
want him. I think they don't want him on the show. That's what it is.
I think
for what reason though?
Because what he pretty much snitched.
It's not. Yo, hold on though. We're not going to say that they don't want him on the show because they snitch. They don't give a fuck.
Bro,
about
he's an industry plant. Like he's not real. Like he's real, but he's not
so
real.
Lizzo, but she on. Never mind.
Yeah,
when was the last time Lizzo was on the
interview? It's mad industry plants in the industry, man.
But I'm saying though, industry plant like 6ix9ine is pretty much bad blood. It's bad publicity. Like it's nobody wants to see that shit.
What about relationships?
Nobody wants to see it. Nobody, because the questions aren't going to be answered. Before he did what he did, he was already on a Drink Champs. Not Drink Champs. He was already on Breakfast Club.
Wait, what question did he answer? I think he'll answer every question. It's just people. It's just about a relationship burning type of situation for.
Don't get canceled.
Deal with him,
right? I know. He said. Mike said, "Don't get canceled." Talk about Lizzo. Like like nobody like it's after all of the after the pretty much after the bullshit that he's doing, nobody wants to be associated with him because of relationships, but also now we know where you are.
And it's not profitable, probably. Everybody's he's
now we know where you are.
Yeah,
you on Breakfast Club? All right, we know where you at.
Yeah, like
you on Drink Champs? All right, now we know where you at.
You wouldn't want to be seated next to him. Let's just say that. Okay, I
Right.
get that.
So now it's like drink champs now can't record at their usual location.
But
Even
why
though
would
theirs is a
Nori go? But why would Nori go to the lengths of like sitting down at 6ix9ine? I don't see.
No,
I don't
why
see
certain
Nori doing
artists.
it because Nori still lives by the street rules.
Yeah,
So
I
they
might
figured
not
that
see
was
him
easy.
doing it, but to say that 6ix9ine still doesn't move the needle, I think that's wrong.
Oh, he definitely still does move
Yeah,
the
that's
needle.
what I'm saying. Like, say if
But
he was
it's
on
not
this show,
it's not like it was before. Like you still see the younger
yeah.
generation talking about some, the internet has been dry since 6ix9ine went in the high. You get what I'm saying? But it's just like he's entertainment. Like he's just negative entertainment right now.
Yeah,
And someone's going to die if he resurfaces and
I
starts.
don't think it might be because the security and being safe and stuff like that. But in terms of me thinking, don't nobody want to see that interview? No, you think Charlemagne wouldn't jump to the chance at that? He don't
Word.
care about the subject matter. He cares about how many people are going to watch it.
Right.
People are going to watch that, but like Jay said, if it comes to safety and security and stuff like that, yeah, I can see why you wouldn't want to. But it can't be
You got to
because he's
record
not
that
popular.
interview. You got to record that interview like a month in advance and then drop it. Like there's ways to do it.
Right,
But
right,
I think it's
right.
about relationships because, like Joe said,
boat.
but just like I think we're all saying, it's like 6ix9ine. There's still money to be made in the guys.
Right.
He still fucks with the suburban hood generation. You get what I'm saying? The motherfuckers in suburbs that still that want to be hood. And
Because if you think them little white boys from Nebraska care that he snitched, y'all are thinking about the wrong shit. Like,
Nah,
they
they
do not
absolutely
care,
don't.
fam.
it's nice.
They aren't street people. Like, only street people care about street stuff. And I think a lot of people don't realize that.
All right, Snowfall.
Flaw frozen, so I don't even want to get into Snowfall until he actually
God
come
damn
back.
it.
Like, he froze on right now.
I fucking took the time out this morning, fucking 2-3 in the morning, sick as fuck, catching up.
You caught up all the way?
Yeah, I caught up all the way.
He bounced off. We'll wait till he pop on. He gonna want to pop on.
Even the motherfucking Bel Air, I thought I was behind. I didn't realize that
was the
last episode. Yeah, that was it.
A lot of people didn't realize that was the last episode.
Is this how we ended it? Like, what the fuck?
Flaw, you good?
Yeah, we was doing so good. I'm back though.
Okay, I'll give you the whole audio once we done. But let's get into Snowfall.
A Flaw says some
Yeah.
wow shit.
What'd I say? What'd I say?
Oh, you ready for what's the name to catch a bullet?
I said that?
Did you say that?
What'd I say?
Nah, who?
Who catch
Could
bullet?
sworn you tweeted that shit. The cousin.
The cousin.
I
Jerome,
didn't write. I didn't
Jerome
tweet that.
wife.
Oh, Louis, the aunt.
Louis.
I don't think I
are
said
we
that. I don't
You asked her, are we ready for her to catch a bullet? Yeah.
I don't think
if that's the question.
So, where do we start with this episode? How do you feel about the season? Where do you want to start?
Trash.
Is it?
But we could go on. We could keep going.
Is this like a slow walk to Franklin's death? Because it just seems like they just keep
That's
setting
what
it
it
up.
feels like.
Something that happened to Franklin, but we need a whole new season to get there. Like, who starts the death?
I think like they doing this on purpose, bro. Franklin ain't gonna die, bro.
No,
I think they setting it up to make it look like he gonna die, but Louis gonna die or some shit.
I think it's a slow walk to either Louis or Jerome dying, or maybe even both. Mm-hmm. It's going to be one of those. Somebody's going to die next episode.
Has to be. It's a season finale. He's always got to die.
But it's not Franklin though.
No, it's not Franklin. I'm talking about this is a slow walk to the next season. Like they're really slow
like
walking.
him dying in the next season.
I think Franklin's empire is going to crash from the pictures that he was taking in his crib, and then how he stepped off on him, saying that this is the end of their relationship.
Yeah, we already know Teddy ain't having that. Like,
yeah, because Franklin don't even know Teddy know all his business.
Right.
And then his mom linking up with the poppy trying to kill Teddy.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on. So let's get into the episode 9 of season 5, I believe. Man, how does this episode start? Because I was watching it, I'm just like, man, it's another slow one. It's another older upper. Okay, the episode starts off with the cop. I forgot his name, but boy, did he go buck wild. He handled that shit all wrong, didn't he?
Bucky?
Yeah,
his name is Bucky?
He just hopped out the fucking car and started blasting. Like, they could not handle that better. You get upset? Like, what the fuck was
Yeah,
that?
started
They
the
could have handled
raid
that
and
better,
started shooting.
but he coked up now.
Yeah,
Matter of
he
fact,
was
Coked up.
definitely
matter of
coked up.
fact, he's not coked up. He's smoking crack.
Oh yeah, yes.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It ain't even
Yeah.
cocaine no more. He went and got them vials, nigga. Like he's smoking crack now. Like he on rock now.
Crack
Yes, so
head.
they hop out the car. Like, we've seen crooked cops handle business. We've never seen crooked cops handle
Just get out
business
the car
like
and
this.
just start shooting.
Get out the car and start shooting, fam. This is the worst.
They ain't say freeze or nothing. Like, how you just get out and start shooting? Like
They might as well have been gangbangers.
Yeah, they basically did it like a game.
Yeah, she might as well just hire anybody from the projects to do this hit. Like, well, I'm paying you the big bucks to do it professionally. You would think. Now, keep in mind, in his mindset, it was, but we're just going to kill a bunch of niggers. Nobody's
Yep.
going to care, not even the chief of police. But unfortunately, he was wrong. Why? Because one of theirs got shot.
Yep.
So,
And killed.
yeah, he got killed. He got killed and shot. So now the police wants to investigate this. AKA, had ours not been hit, we probably would have looked away, which is what they were expecting. Didn't happen that way. And turns out Kane still alive.
Yo, he shot him running away in the back twice, yo. On some coward shit.
Yeah, that's crazy. How do you plan?
How do you-
Eventually, they're going to tell you he was shot in the back. You get what I'm saying? Like, once they run their tests and all of that, and I don't know if the detectives, the homicide police, even know supposed to know this, but his story is he turned around.
Flaw, let's just keep it all the way gangster, though. It's not like, cops haven't got off for worse.
Fact.
So, and plus, we got to remember, this is in the mid 80s.
Mm-hmm.
So I wouldn't be surprised if he got off of this at all. But his downfall, if they gave him a drug test, that's his downfall.
Mm-hmm.
Had to about to say he had to do a drug test, so they're gonna know that he's on crack.
Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna lose his job regardless. But because of that, they're gonna throw the book at him. So not only is he gonna lose his job, he's going to jail for the rest of his life.
But then Louis threw his ass on the payroll. Yo, oh my god! I need them to go, bro.
But what does that matter if he's gonna be locked up though?
Right. Cause also you got friends and connections. Because I think the way how Franklin said you wanted to be in the front now enjoy or be safe or some shit like that. Like that's some real shit. Like y'all got greedy. But I think what Franklin fucked up at is relying on them to be 90% of his business.
Relying on who?
Relying on Louis and them to be 90% of his customers, his biggest customers. So pretty much they went over his head to the boss, which is fucked up.
He relied on them. I think they told him that.
No, he was. That's why he said that y'all are 90. Y'all are 90% of my business. So
you're right.
With him, with Louis going to Theodore or whatever the fuck the nigga name is, Teddy, basically cuts Franklin out. So they were getting a product from Franklin.
Right.
Now they're getting it directly from the plug. So Franklin pretty much only has 10% of his clientele, and then was awarded his territory of choice from Louis. So now Louis and them are now the new Louis and
Chairman Jerome. I'm a bit confused on that though, a little bit. This is Franklin's way of getting out. Maybe not the way he planned it, but if Louis is just eliminating him, maybe it's his pride getting in the way. Because it's like, why are you fighting this if you want to get out anyway for your son and your girl and your mother and your family?
Right.
Now maybe he thinks getting out means that Teddy will kill him if he just gets out. Like, what if his thinking just might be, well, damn, Teddy has no use for me. He could kill me anytime. Or set me up, whatever. That's his thinking as well. But in a sense, Louis is actually doing him a favor because Louis wants this bad. Like, she wants to be the queen. She wants to be Griselda. Like, she wants to be her.
But she fucking up really though. You don't do shit like that though. Like I put y'all on. Like I put y'all on. Now y'all want to go over my head to you know what I mean? Like y'all want to go over my head now.
I know, but once you get that. Some people, once you get that first taste of power, fam, and then you go back to being like a soldier for somebody once they get healed up. Some people don't want to go backwards. Like, yo, I think we can do this ourselves. That's the natural progression though, and like in all business though, Jay. You get what I'm saying? Like, yo, yeah, I work for you. I want to start my own business now, and I want to use your lender. I want to use your owner, your lender, and I'm going to start my own business. And it hurt you because you my best workers. But I got to go off and do my own thing. I really don't. We don't like it because Franklin's our guy, but Louis ain't really doing nothing wrong.
She's doing everything wrong, bro.
He
changed her life.
So,
and hey, I'm supposed to stay.
I changed your life.
I'm supposed to stay a worker because of that.
Yeah, we already talked about. So 50 wasn't supposed to shit on Benzema ever.
Ever.
That's just crazy.
Ever.
Now me, like you said, I'd kill both of them. Now y'all both gotta go.
See,
Jerome Louis, that's my uncle.
Yeah, that's
I don't give a fuck.
They helped raise him, nigga.
I don't give a fuck.
Yo, stop, yo. Stop.
No, I don't give a fuck. Stop. I don't give a fuck.
Hold on, though. But Jerome was basically a father figure to him.
I don't give a fuck.
His whole life because his dad wasn't there.
Then control your bitch. Now y'all both gotta go.
Yo, Jay, that's not how it works, Jay.
This is why I don't sell drugs.
This is why I don't sell drugs.
This is why I don't sell drugs.
I don't sell drugs.
This is not how this works.
Exactly why I don't sell drugs.
That's the reason.
Well, that's part of the reason. I ain't built for jail, and I don't know how to sell drugs.
Hey, that's the reason.
Nah, bro.
He don't sell drugs.
I'm gonna smoke both their ass right in the middle of their
leave
club.
it to Jay to blame women why he don't sell drugs.
No, see, no, we're not to spin that narrative.
That's what you just said.
That's what it sounds like you said, bro. That's what it sounds like.
Underhanded snake shit like that. Like, I understand. Yes, you guys were working under me. It should have been more of a partnership. Like, it should have been in a 50-50. It should always been in that role. But
why 50-50? Wait. Why 50-50? I'm still.
We talked plug.
Yeah, we talked about this a few episodes ago. I'm the one that
did all the work, fam.
All the work.
He did all
everything.
So what hill y'all standing on? Like, were they wrong or were they right? Like, I don't.
I'm saying Franklin
wants
to
be right at the same time.
Franklin does want out, and Louis is giving him the out.
Like, okay, we got a podcast, right? But if you venture off it and say you want to go on your own and build another podcast, we're not, we don't want to go kill you, nigga. We have to be like, okay,
Jay,
right?
But Jay, wait, Jay. I might feel some type of way if you start your own podcast and you're consistent every week. I might go,
fuck you, like.
I might go, he can show up for his own shit, but he abandoned us. He was on our podcast.
But that don't mean, fuck him forever, though.
Well, no,
you should kill him.
Because we all came in from podcasts together. So we already was in the game. They weren't in the game. Jerome was selling weed. Louis was, you know what I mean? Franklin the one that said, yo, we gonna do this coke thing. You feel me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
so now that I done gave y'all this lavish lifestyle, now y'all don't want to work. All right, now y'all both gotta die now. I think 100% now.
Yeah, crazy.
Now y'all both gotta die now.
Who did Franklin gravitate to the most? Louis. A lot of the stuff he probably wouldn't have done without Louis' consult.
Right.
Cool.
Jerome,
and now you shitting on me. So bye-bye.
Jerome is more of a soldier. Louis was the thinker. That's why she the boss between both.
Rock-a-bye, baby. Got to go.
But Jay, I can see if Franklin didn't want to go, then I could see understanding. I'm just saying Franklin spends half the episode trying to get out the game, then getting mad when they're giving him out, just not the way he wants.
I don't know.
I get. Not to say he was trying to get out of the game.
No, he wants out.
I just think that he was trying. I think he's trying to handle it. I think he's trying to handle it a little bit differently. See, Franklin. I think Franklin forgot the reason why he's still allowed to be in the game is that you're working for the CIA.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
That's why you're able to run and do the shit that you're doing right now. It's not because I'm in a game and I'm winning. Yeah,
I get what you're saying.
Nah, nigga, you're working for CIA, fam. Like, this shit is going to come to an end eventually. So you trying to bow out is going to end the same way with you bowing out versus you getting taken out. The CIA is going to happen. You're here for a purpose. But now y'all want to be up front. Y'all want to be all that. All right, bet. Got to go. If I know my fate is still going to end the same way, nah, y'all
But we
gotta go.
don't know. He assumes Teddy is going to execute him. He assumes, he thinks, he doesn't know.
Hey, bitch, that
He does
motherfucker
not
better
know.
think it.
He does not know for 100% that if he leaves the game, his life is on the line. Which
He
I
knows too
think that's
much.
the fear of it. Yeah, he knows too much.
He knows too much.
Teddy does not leave any strings, unattached. That's his job. I can't leave no witnesses. Who knows what
Teddy
Franklin
killed that man's father, dog. Like, bro, everybody about to go.
If I'm Teddy, I gotta kill Franklin because what's gonna happen when Franklin does get audited. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing all this real estate stuff, and they're gonna start asking you, where you getting this money from and where you got it from. Like, it's just different to me. And if I'm Teddy, I might have to really cut him off.
Leon
for
righteous
future
ass
reference.
gotta go soon too.
Leon to go. You right. I agree because
That
Leon
nigga
is
gotta
changing
go
in front
too.
of our eyes. He for his people. He trying to go to war with the cops.
Yeah, nah, you got to go, bro.
The whole Leon thing don't make sense to me. Like, seem like he make too much. He should be making too much money to live to be in the project still.
Some
Like,
people
that
just
whole-
don't
that-
want to give up that lifestyle.
Yeah, but his whole storyline. Remember how he came to Franklin's crib for the first time and saw how he was living?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, that whole narrative, his whole storyline, it makes no sense. Like,
It
how
does.
are you the only one still living in the fucking projects, fam?
I agree
Because
with you, Jerome.
I
Because
can't run
the
the
way
projects if I don't live in the projects.
Nah, I don't think
It's
it's
just
that.
that.
No,
I think it's,
no.
but I think
Yeah.
that the way Jarrell puts it, it does make you forget that Leon doesn't have as much money as Franklin, but has just as much, and he could be living
Yeah.
the same way.
He
He
got
just
enough not
doesn't-
to be in the fucking
he just-
projects, man. Like, that don't
He
mean
just
no.
doesn't. Yeah.
Like, you
But-
wake up and go to the projects.
It's
That
that.
don't mean
It's
you gotta
that. It's
sleep
that.
there.
Nah, but it's that mentality though. Like, it's that. I can't turn my back on my people. I
Yeah, I
have
see
to.
that.
I still have to be in the jungle with my people. I can't be that leader if I'm living this lavish lifestyle while my people still in the projects or my people. You get what I'm saying? So you either gonna have to move your peoples up into this lavish lifestyle with you, or remain in that fucking project lifestyle while
Yeah, I get that.
by pushing a Maserati and a Bentley.
So
Pulling
who's
up.
dying? Who's dying this week? Somebody's got to go.
Well, I saw the preview, and did y'all see the preview of next
Nope.
week?
Nah,
Oh, see, I don't want to
we'll
have no
watch it.
spoilers, but the preview, they have a little trailer. It's not going to go like that, but I already saw they showed Franklin holding a gun to Louis. So just for that, I know that she's not going to be the one to die because they wouldn't do that.
Yeah, don't
Know what I'm saying?
set us up like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm saying. No way they're going to set that up in the trailer and it actually happen on the show. So because of that, I think probably Jerome going to go. Or maybe either him or Leon, because Leon want to leave. Like, he want to go to Africa. He want to take Wanda and go to Africa. We already know that's not going to happen.
He on that Nas from Belly shit.
Yep, we
And
already
it
know
does
that's not
suck.
happening.
And it does suck on television and sometimes in real life when your life comes full circle as far as like you're a black man, you get married, you get help, you clean yourself up, you come full circle, and then it's your time to go because you completed your mission in life. You get what I'm saying? Like, Jerome seems to be the one that fits that the most. He's doing everything. Like, he's changing. He's doing the most changing. He's doing the most. He's done the biggest 360 out of all of them. You get what I'm saying? And sometimes when you accomplish all you to accomplish, it be your time to go, man. Return to the dust.
Yep, I actually do think Jerome is my favorite character. I think he actually had the biggest character arc out of all of them. Because if you remember what he was like when the show first started, like, he was the gangster of the family, just selling weed.
Yep.
Then he went from that to jamming Jerome
Next time, teach a man how to squabble.
to that. Then he went from that, and then after that, had a moment of clarity where he was in the meeting or whatever, and then after that, he asked Louis to marry him.
Don't forget, Peaches is still out there roaming.
Yeah, I'm so.
I thought that was crazy too. Like, where is
Yeah,
Peaches?
why? Yeah, what's up with that? Like, is he just gonna come out in the last episode, or is he really not gonna be in the whole season?
I seen that happening when Franklin thought he was sick,
Yeah.
and he was like about a door. You get what I'm saying? Franklin thought he was sick, but he wasn't sick. He was just high up, like skied up and shit.
Right. There's so many things that you can say what happened to him, especially in the early '80s. A lot of people say it's because he was sniffing, maybe he got AIDS or something, Or then we found out that he was actually, an addict now because he was at that crack house or whatever, and they said he was there. So you never know because he could have got AIDS from one of those needles, or he might not have AIDS at all. We could just be bullshit. That's what I'm saying. You never know. That's why this is terrible writing. It's just gonna have him in the first episode, and he's not in the season at all. We don't know what's happened to him. Like they forgot about Peaches. What happened to Peaches?
Yeah, you can't just write like that's a terrible write off.
Right.
First of all,
you
can't be muscle named Peaches.
Well, it works for Peaches.
I'm about to say it worked for Peaches. It worked for him until it didn't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's really where we at, man. That was really the episode, all in a nutshell, man. Just Louis, ready to take over. Franklin, slow walk. We shall see.
Yo, this. I have no faith in this next episode being good.
And I don't like Franklin girl.
Well,
she was forced on us.
Yeah, she was forced on us. We didn't even know how she came into the picture. That was bad writing too. Like they could have at least showed how she got there. Like they picked up 2 years later or 18 months later. All of a sudden, she there with him. She know everything and she's pregnant. Like they leapfrogged a whole lot of shit.
And also, to a lot of people, she's unattractive.
That's what you think it is?
Pretty.
I didn't hear nobody say that for real.
There's a lot of memes out on her face expressions.
Word. I haven't been on. For when it comes to Twitter and Snowfall, I always watch it like the day after or 2 days after. So I always try to stay away from Snowfall on Twitter because of spoilers and shit. They talk about she ugly though.
They compare her face, not so many words, but they compared her face expressions and pictures to other characters, and they just laugh at it. So she's kind of like a joke. Yeah, so she's like a joke.
See, that's just people being assholes. They never.
Yeah, but I think that if she looked a certain way, it would be this girl. You know what I'm saying?
Jay, I'm guessing Jay doesn't find her attractive either.
No.
Word. Well, no. I guess I didn't really. Yeah.
Her facial expressions do be crazy.
Attractive.
She's
like
just
that.
sneaky as
fuck. About it.
Nah, she ugly, yo.
Yo, Mike, Salute to Mike. Mike said, "Nah, she ugly, yo." I guess. Nah, I guess I didn't think of her like that. Maybe that's
if she was attractive
because I didn't think of her like that.
Lead girl bounced back too.
Usually when you attractive,
lead girl bounced back too.
Wanda,
yeah, she bounced back.
I mean, she was always attractive. They just made her look like that because she's a crackhead. She wasn't supposed to.
That's what I'm saying. She bounced back.
Yeah.
Right, baby.
Yeah. That's why she got the African invite.
Mm-hmm.
If she didn't look like that, she wouldn't have got it.
Nah.
Bel-Air kind of went off a while ago. I don't really remember her. I remember Marlon played the father. We can get into it though.
But that shit, it was like it was expected. I didn't think it was gonna end the episode like that. Like I don't know. Like I don't like how it goes from him hating his father to him like believing his father back to him hating him like so fast within their conversation. And then like the vibe, like who the fuck you think you talking to, little nigga? Like
the conversation is even a lot of the conversations that we have when it comes to the disconnect of fathers and their sons or daughters, it's based on their mothers. We've had that conversation plenty of times. Right. The second Pop said something foul about his mom, it was a trigger. And we see that a lot. A lot of kids are on the mother side. Are you still there?
He had to walk off.
Okay. A lot of these kids are on the mother side. And yeah, Jay, I know what you were saying. He was confused, and when Pops came, they started bonding, so he look alike, got some mannerisms or kind of the same, and he vibing. The second he said, "Yo, mama," that was the trigger.
But then it's like, who from that episode? Did the mom lie, or was the Pops just in bad shape? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like
now that you asked that question, it kind of goes back to the topic that we had. turns out that the pops did something foul, killed the man, right? And they wanted to protect Will. So what they did was kind of like what the other moms do. They lie and say, hey, your dad was this,
Walked out
that, and
on
the
us.
third. And
He
in a
left
sense,
us.
right, and in a sense, you go, Marlon, because I forgot Pop's name. Well,
Yeah,
why
Lou.
didn't you fight? Why didn't you fight to see Will? And he just was like, okay, I guess when you get older, I'll check back in. It's the same thing we talked about before. Yeah, I could have checked in, but I ain't want you to see me behind a wall. I ain't want you to see me like that. Then when I pop up, you think it's all gravy. No, because he already has this disdain for you. That's why I say
Right.
that waiting until they old don't work. Because you're going to get that Will Smith Lou situation.
Yeah,
Like,
if I remember correctly, they said he was home for like 2 or 3 years.
yeah,
Correct.
he was
So
trying to get on his
what-
feet. Well, he said, I'm trying to get on my feet. That's what he said.
that doesn't work for a grown child like that. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm 17 now. You got out when I was 14, and I'm still haven't seen you. Like, that doesn't make any sense.
I got into some trouble. I got into a squabble with some dudes at the park. You wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of, you're missing a lot when you trying to figure yourself out, Pops.
Right. Like, there's no excuse for that.
But you wanted me to instantly forgive you,
Right.
or look at you different. Fuck out of it. That was a triggering ass fucking episode.
I don't know if that's what it only went wrong when he talked about his mom. They was bonding, Jay. They was doing good.
Yeah.
Right.
He talked
Once
about
he
his
says
mom,
his
that's
mom.
when everything flipped.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm
But I think-
saying.
I think it would have been nice. I probably for even personally for myself, it would have probably been nice to have like that type of conversation as I was younger, versus me being 36, 37, having that same conversation like we did, because it was still similar.
Okay.
So that's why I said that episode was triggering.
Yeah. I believe it. They had a triggering episode, like I said, when Aunt Vid blamed Uncle Phil for her, you know,
That was
not
trigger
painting.
for you.
It's like, what the
I remember
it's
that.
like-
You didn't like that.
I was hot. I was hot when that episode dropped. Like, are you kidding me? Like, all I do is provide. I'm a millionaire. I took you out of the slum, took you out of South Philly,
Now, see,
and you want
to
to
me-
complain about that?
To me, that's good writing. Because even though it could be bullshit or not true or whatever, that that was triggering for you, so you felt some type of way. The same thing with the Dash It and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to Snowfall, don't nothing trigger you because it's not good. That's the difference between good writing and bad writing.
And I don't sell drugs.
Well, not even if you didn't sell drugs. Some of the stuff that happened in Snowfall could be like the stuff with his father.
Oh yeah, that was triggering.
Yeah, that's
it
what
was
I'm
just
saying.
happened so far, happened so long ago that
Yeah, mad stuff can still be triggering to you. Like, he shot his best friend Kev in the leg, and he ended up dying. So now Kane coming back, like, that could be trigger for some people too. Depending, I guess it depends if you're a street dude and been through stuff like that. But yeah, Kane
Right,
coming
'cause
back.
if you hear that in the cell, like, I can't wait to touch down. Like, there's some people that can really relate to that. But you know what you got to, like, the mentality when you got to sit in prison and just wait to get revenge for your bro. Like, that's crazy.
Right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So with stuff like that, when it comes to this, yeah, Bel Air is pretty. I think it was written well, but some of the stuff that just didn't make any sense. They made it seem like Lou was like some serial killer. They made it seem like he did a whole lot more than he did.
But that's what happens when you privileged. What do you mean? You stole M&Ms? You can't see your son. That's really how they voted out. Like, they made it for us. They made it seem like he was the worst dude ever. But in reality, they just were a privileged family just trying to protect their son. Like,
because they made it seem like he went to jail for scamming somebody out of money. Like, it wasn't like a violent crime, or he wasn't like no crazy
sent
person
Jeffrey home, giving him fielded information. They made it seem like Luke was just.
He fired Jeffrey because Will found out his dad stole some money. Like, think about that shit.
That just show you how righteous they are. Like, we live by these codes, and any man, like, I get it. It's corny, but I get it. We live by this code. Any man that violates these rules, regardless of how small they are, they do the thing. They do what they do. I'm taking your son away. And then they go, oh, you didn't fight for me. It's the conversation that we've been having all episode, fam. And I'm not here to take up for Lou, but at the same time, they did that. That's why Aunt Viv and Vi was having that fight. Like, I tell him, nah, don't do it. You could have been told him. You get what I'm saying? Like, don't put all this on the pops. They hid this because their pops put the paws on another dude. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if he killed him or he just beat him bad, but he did something to another person, and now they just made it into, well, yeah, you don't have it, Dad. It's just me and you.
No,
That's
I don't think he put the paws on him. I thought he went to jail because he stole money. Like he was a con man or something.
That's worse, man.
Yeah, like, they said that like when I remember when they said Will was growing up, she kept like his father Lou didn't have any money. It was a money thing. It wasn't like he was violent towards her or anybody else. I think he went to jail for conning somebody out of some money. He stole money from like some old lady or something.
Isn't that worse though?
Yeah,
I'm going to keep it from your father.
Like it was a non-violent crime.
It was a non-violent crime. I'm going to disconnect
your pops was a scammer. He was the worst person on earth.
But guess what? It's your fault, Pops, because you didn't come find me. You didn't fight for me while you was like, this is a wild world we live in, man.
I think Lou was a scammer, and that was it. I think he was a scammer, and he got caught up in the life.
I think so, because if he was definitely a murderer, I don't think Uncle Phil would allow him in the crib. You get what I'm saying? Like
he was a scammer.
And he still would be in jail. Like he wasn't in jail that long. It was a scammer.
That's crazy, fam. Hey, yo, just be careful who y'all have kids with. Not talking to us, just the people listening. Just be careful who you deal with. There's going to be times to where, your mom might move on, get a new boyfriend, and then say, I want him to be the new daddy. You're going to have to say no. You're just going to have to fight. Like, there's going to be some dumb shit just get said to you. Hey, I want to change the kid's name. No. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, you got to fight, fellas. You got to fight for what's yours, man. It's half yours. It has to be more of yours than when there's money involved. Like, men feel some type of way when men are made to feel some type of way when it's money involved for a reason. Let us feel love when we don't got shit either. That's all I'm saying. He's
before
in jail.
We get out of here, before we get out of here, man, Jay had put something to my attention about 50 going against Jay on this beautiful Easter Sunday. Did y'all see it?
Did y'all see the Drink Champs interview?
No.
Okay, so Snoop Dogg was on Drink Champs last night, and it was Nori's worst interview. It was. Nori was terrible. But Snoop Dogg says Eminem refused to go to perform at the Super Bowl unless 50 was there. I didn't catch the part where he told Jay that he ain't going, or he told Dre, because it's Dre's job to call them and say, hey, I want you on. Whoever M spoke to said he ain't going unless 50's there. They kept calling him the white man. So they like, who's the white guy? Paul Rosenberg? He said, no, Eminem. So that just might be the way Snoop Dogg talks. Basically, M said he ain't going unless 50 is on there. And I don't know if he told that to Dre or Jay. Now, once again, they asked Jay-Z, Nori said, I asked Jay-Z about the performance because this all stems from the game not performing and the game having a big rollout on why he wasn't there.
Mm-hmm.
Nori said he asked Jay-Z about the people there, and Jay-Z told Noriega that he can't tell Dre nothing. Meaning that I can't tell 50 not to come. I can't tell Game not to come if you want them there. So I'm assuming M spoke to Dre.
It's a slot.
It's also Dr. Dre though.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's Dre's slot. So
yeah, but but I think the powers that be can have control over, because they tried to stop Snoop from wearing a certain color. I mean, a certain attire. They didn't want him to nail. They still have to produce the show. If they go, well, I don't want this guy there, I think they can say that. But what they're saying is, you can't say that to Dre. At least that's how Jay-Z feels. So whoever was there was a green light from Dre. I think this stuff misconstrued, and Jay-Z had nothing to do with it, and I think 50 read it wrong. I think.
I'm trying to figure out, why would Jay-Z have something to do with that? Like,
my whole thing is, what is with 50's whole gay narrative now?
because since Jay-Z has taken over the creative control of the Super Bowl, people have been saying whoever's performing gets on 50 Cent, right? Last year, when people had the weekend, oh, Jay-Z, you let us down. This year, he had Dre, oh, Jay-Z, you did it. So Jay-Z's going to get the credit and non-credit when
Right.
Super Bowls happen, regardless if it's him or not. And I think this is the situation.
Because
They call.
I guess I just say that because I don't think it's him at all. Like, I don't think that's his job title.
They said they called Dre. They said they called Dre. To whoever else you saw was a Dre. Dre had to approve it, not nobody else.
Not Jay-Z.
Not Jay-Z, not nobody.
It was on Dr. Dre, not Jay-Z.
Yeah, so. Snoop said the only person they called was Dre. So the NFL did not call none of them other niggas. None of them.
Right.
They said we want Dre. And Dre said Snoop, M. And then M said, I'm not going as 50. Now who he said that to? Don't know. So
it would have to be Dre.
Yeah. It had to be Dre. Jay said, I can't tell Dre nothing.
Like, I don't think Jay-Z, it's just weird.
So anyway. It's a misunderstanding.
Is it a rollout?
Maybe Snoop.
For 50?
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's a rollout. I just think
he'll got another show coming up.
Hear something. You don't need that. All you gotta do is name it Power 5, bro. You just name it Power, it'll go.
Hold on though, Flaw, to Jay's point. It's not about what you need though. He never needs a rollout. Not at this point.
It's 50.
It's 50 though.
So what that means
anyway. It's not about.
But he does this. Okay, but he does this without
needing.
I don't want to use the word need rollout. His Instagram account is based on this. He didn't need Benzino. He just saw it. Oh shit, Benzino.
Whether 50 had something going on or not, this still being posted. That's
what was still
Flaw said. Yeah.
Posted.
I get
help him out at all, but I saw it. So.
right.
Don't help him out, but guess what? It came across my feed. I'm gonna talk about it.
That's true. Damn. All right.
Yeah, that's really, like I said, might be misunderstanding. Maybe Snoop said it wrong. Maybe 50 heard it wrong. But once again, it ain't said nothing. But what was said was, what Snoop would know is, I ain't going unless 50 did. 50 had nothing to do
though. 50 about to get some bars on him.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
Jay about to kill this nigga because 50 is actual rap, like a real rapper. So he ain't gonna just get the one line phase on love bar. He'll get a whole verse.
And it's crazy. Jay brought it up, maybe because 50 is on his album. We can bars from Jay, last album from 50, and an album from Game. Like, guys only know how to promote, fam. Like, can't teach all new tricks.
It's all the old niggas. All the old niggas roll out of the same. That's crazy. Yo. So you try to tell me the old nigga rollout is just to talk about another old nigga?
Get at I gotta get at
rich nigga.
That's how game used to be. I gotta get at this dude.
Right. To Jay's point, all of them are filthy rich at this point. It's not even like before. Like
that just lets you know.
All of them got like $100 million plus in the bank.
That lets you know it's about the principality, man. It's about the principle, about the money. Like Big Worm told you, like Faison Love said, it ain't about the $5. It's the principalities, man.
That's how we tied it up with a Faison Love quote.
It was never about the $5.
See, this nigga pie right now. That's how you tie it back up.
That's how you tied this whole episode. I like tying episodes in, man. Whether this be about the fathers and the kids, Faison Love or Jay-Z, like we brought it back full circle, man. It was never about the $5, man. It was about the principalities, and that's what it is, man.
All right, man. Let's get out of here, yo.
Definitely. Let's get up out of here, man. My Miami Heat is up 1-0. We just won.
Did you say the Miami Heat is up 1-0? Is this soccer? Shut up, man. The game just started.
No, it's over. 115-91. It's over.
Oh, I thought you meant like 1 point.
I thought, that's what I was about to say.
That's the way that you said it. You meant the game.
My fault.
Okay.
Playoffs. We got 1-0.
I missed the game earlier. I didn't watch a second of it. I was doing too much stuff before the pod started.
Like roasting a pot roast. How that's coming along, by the way?
I just checked on him when I had.
I know. I'm
saying.
I know.
And when you did off, we got you.
Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Pulling up.
All right, man. Salute to everybody that showed up in the chat, man. Mike and Roland, y'all fellas, pretty much here every week, man. Salute to y'all. We appreciate you.
Appreciate y'all. Hey, as soon as we mentioned 6ix9ine, this Amino guy came out of nowhere.
Hey, man. Everybody got their own opinions. Thoughts and prayers.
Salute to y'all.